Strangsinning sitt om stenen häset för framfolt för framhårte krill. Vi fann till beben under isen, där glivke frä och folkebunden, susles väktur taduna gliden, ni efterfick akeage slaipe Reizen tanto cruzandum. Hey! Preotas bendas, preotas beagas, la leo, brotzetatrum. Hey! Arisa la leo, du strecki festier mit Stefnen esviganum. Brotis hedrifen, eris forfangen, la leo, englis leo, rekleppiate.
There's only one fucking mouse, sorry.
You mad, Dad.
Well, I apologise,
You
mate.
crazy person. Oh wow, here we are.
Let me go on all chat because I've only got
Here we are anyway.
Hello everyone, hello. Come on in. Leave me alone, right?
She's insane.
I'm not, I'm just broken.
It's been a lot today, hasn't it?
It has. Big up D Buzzy, Ian, Katie, Luke Duffy Apple, everybody in the chat, let's go. Hello Jay. Hello, hello, hello.
Is the sound good?
Is the sound all good, my darlings? My middle daughter wants the song.
It's a good song.
I'll have to pop it up as a separate video or something. For peeps.
For peeps.
For peeps.
We can listen to it a little bit later on in the
Yeah, of course we can.
in the thing as well.
Of course we can. How are we all? Good evening. Hello from Newcastle. Hello, my dear. Sorry, I've got the keyboard on my knee.
She stole the keyboard from me. She thinks she's in charge.
I think I'm in charge.
Have I got news?
Has she got news?
She's very much in charge. I'm very much the bottom bitch in this situation. The bottom bitch.
Dear Buzzy. Hello.
Oh, now we can both see the chat.
We can both see the chat. How beautiful.
How nice is that?
Lovely. So, are we all done with everything? Yeah.
No,
I'm just, that was pecking me out. I just wanted to scroll it.
We've not got the mic on, but is the sound all good?
Everyone's saying the sound's good so far. So.
Okay.
Hey, bossy. How you doing? Bowls,
spicy beans tonight, I know.
Spicy.
She's been whipping me into shape. Doesn't sound good, does it?
You know. But Katie's been a member for 5 months. God damn.
Wow, the time has flown. But I can't even believe we've even known you for like 5 months. How insane is that?
Hit that like button and share the being loved.
Yes. Of course she's in charge. She's
Forgot about that. That's so funny. That was so funny.
Cool whip.
Oh, Lord.
Hello in Newcastle, is that CBV?
Now, CBV. Yeah, do you know what? It's been a day and a half, guys. It's been a day and a half, troops.
It's been a start to the year, to be honest.
Yeah. We are obviously live, if you can't see us.
You can't see us, you can hear us.
Yeah. We've got a few things to go through, and we will also be continuing on from where we left off with the rape gang inquiry. It gets very, very heavy. So before we do start anything, I am going to put a disclaimer out there for everybody watching and anyone who enters the chat. This is going to be quite triggering for a lot of people. We're dealing with some quite serious, horrific themes that we're talking about, including child essay, rape, torture, yeah, a lot of other things. So I'm gonna tell you that now. If you feel uncomfortable, when we get to that part, I will disclose again before we get to that
Give
part.
an extra warning.
Yeah. But everything else that we're talking about also includes the topic of SA and child SA, and also child trafficking. So, yeah. Please make sure if you need a break through this, do take one.
We'll be taking breaks
We'll
as
be
well.
taking breaks too. So you can either chill with us, take the breaks with us, take your own breaks. Just keep yourself healthy, keep your mind healthy. Breaks. Yeah. So that is the disclaimer. And from there, let's get on to it. See what the chat's saying and let's get on to it. Disclaimer, the content could be triggering and will hold sensitive subjects. Thank you, Katie. Yes, my darling. I never get a notification to come up, damn auto-renew. Just found you on the Twitter. Big up Bose on the Twitter.
Oh dear.
Appreciate it. Right. My breaks do work. Her breaks do work.
They do?
Ian's been a member for 6 months. Look at that.
That's incredible.
Amazing.
Well, happy 6 months anniversary.
Happy 6 months anniversary, sweetheart. Happy 6 months. Big up with the cross of the chat.
So we're going to cover the thing that just happened
Yeah, so
in London first.
we'll go straight to the first thing, which is more of a breaking news event from an hour ago, and it is an update on a school stabbing that took place in London. So
I've not even seen this yet.
I've literally seen it just before we came on, so I'm loving the new format. Yeah, come on then. So we will play that. We're going to mute ourselves, and we'll play this for you, and let you see what they're saying on here. But basically, they're saying it's not being treated as a terrorist, as a terroristic event or something. You'll see when you hear it. But counter-terrorism police have taken over. So
it's not a terrorist attack, but counter-terrorism. I think I've heard of that before. Yeah. To be fair, but
yeah. So we'll mute us and we will let you listen.
First, though, to North London, the scene of the stabbing at the school, and let's listen to the police.
Armed and local officers were on scene within 13 minutes of the 999 call. On arrival, we were made aware that a 12-year-old boy had also been stabbed and the boys have been taken to hospital. We await an update on how they are, though we understand their conditions to be serious. The thoughts of everyone at the Met are with them and their loved ones, and we want to thank the doctors and nurses who are providing the boys with urgent care. The suspect, who we believe to be 13, left the scene following the stabbing. After urgent inquiries, our officers arrested him and also recovered a weapon which we believe to have been used in the stabbing. The suspect was arrested on suspicion of attempted murder and remains in custody for questioning by our officers. This is a fast-moving and developing investigation, but we're not currently looking for anyone else in relation to this incident. At this very early stage, we're keeping an open mind as to any motivation behind this attack. However, due to the surrounding circumstances, the investigation is now being led by officers from Counter-Terrorism Policing London, who are working closely with our local officers in response to this incident. The investigation has not currently been declared a terrorist incident, and the investigation team will now be working at pace to gather any evidence and to establish the full circumstances of what has happened as quickly as possible. I absolutely recognise that this incident will cause considerable concern, especially amongst the local community, students and parents of the school. I hope the news that we've arrested and detained the suspect will provide some reassurance but our officers will remain in the area to offer support and answer any questions. We'd encourage anyone with concerns or further information to speak with them, and will provide further updates as additional facts emerged. Thank you for your time.
What's It doesn't sound like a terrorist attack.
It doesn't sound like it, but
It sounds
I
more
guess
like
it's the intent behind, isn't it?
I mean, I guess like the thing is, it's like technically, I suppose, is it a terror attack?
It depends. Usually, terror attack depends on the intent behind it. When
It's
you're
usually
looking
a
at the
political
actual
intent, usually,
yeah,
isn't it?
political,
It's not
racial,
just to
religious,
terrorise.
religious intent. So it's got to have certain
Or to
components.
further some kind of
Yeah,
agenda.
but that might be why counter-terrorism police have took over it to investigate whether it is or not.
I know, but it's like it's a 13-year-old,
Yeah,
and was it a 12-year-old and 11-year-old? Did it say? I missed that
I
part.
think so. I think I missed out. Trying to sort volume out on my phone. Let me.
Just keep the volume off your phone.
No, you know what I mean, idiot. I was trying to check the sound was coming through right. Shut up. Anyway, I'm still playing with Pokemon. Yeah, it really shows, doesn't it, how times have changed from not
I don't
being
know.
very many children. No, I mean, in such
depends where
large
you're from.
amounts.
In the scale of it, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
the
Because
scale of it, yeah.
we, from our background, we know that stuff happened. But I'm saying the scale of it and the amount it's happening now in comparison
Yeah.
is.
So when I was like that age, they've like people like kids did think they were gangsters.
Yeah.
Like one area would go and fight. Like we used to, the fairgrounds that used to go around, like the Silcocks and all that. Like one area would go and like they would just arrange to meet up and just fight.
Yeah.
For no other reason.
It's just normal, but I mean, like,
No, it's not normal. That's not normal.
No, it's not normal.
But it was for no other reason than you were from that estate and they were from that estate.
Yeah, no,
You
no.
kick the living daylights out of it.
ridiculous.
It's so stupid.
It's
like
ridiculous.
postcode wars.
But going into schools and doing stabbings is a bit.
It's quite It's quite an American. It's almost like the school shooters.
Yeah.
Quite an American concept,
Yeah.
really. Although it would be if they were looking into whether it was a mass stabbing, like say the Southport stabbing, because that was a terrorist attack.
Yeah, it was.
That was a terrorist attack to me.
I think that's what I'm saying though. I think that's why counter-terrorism have took over, so they can investigate
whether
or not.
it's kids thinking the gangsters
Or if
being
they're
stupid,
ideology driven.
or if it's you're right.
That's what I reckon's going around. Children going around equipped now. I know. I remember that clearly was shocking because they were 10-year-old boys. That's why I mentioned it. Oh, the James Bulger one. Yeah. That was a
heavy one. Right? Yeah, God, even
that was heavy. That
I remember it. Like I was young when that happened, so you must have been a bit younger.
I was young when it happened.
But I just remember not understanding it whatsoever.
No, I didn't.
I didn't get it, and I think I was probably so young, to be fair, that I should not have been told the details of it.
Yeah.
But I just remember, and this is the thing, because I didn't understand it. I did not understand, and I guess I still don't understand, but I understand now that people are sick. But when I was younger, I was just like, did not get it. It was like when it's like when the Twin Towers happened. I was young and I just didn't get what it was about.
You don't when you're young, though,
didn't get it at all. I was just like,
yes, Ned.
Come on,
sorry,
Ned.
I forgot to message you. I'm sorry. I was having a brain breakdown.
It's because she was in charge of the technology today, and it just all went a bit.
I went a bit skew with. Sorry, guys. Bear with me, all right.
But no, I remember. I think I was like, I was literally in primary school when that happened, and I come out of school. Well, no, there was a little like book fair thing after school, so I went and got my little book for 50p, my little book. Come out like, yay! Come down the Ginnel and got in my sister's car, and I remember my sister like had the radio and she was like, "Oh my God, can't believe this!" And I was like, "What?" And she was like, "Someone's flew a plane into the Twin Towers," and I just didn't understand. I was like, "Why would you do that? That's well stupid.
How'd you do that?
Why would you? No, but do you know what I mean? That's the young mind, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're just like,
you don't understand
what?
it when you're young, because it's how you're supposed to be a child. You don't understand it.
But the Jamie Bulger thing really, really, I don't think I've ever actually really looked at it as an adult because
Yeah.
it really disturbed me when I was a kid that I did not understand it.
We've had a look at a couple of videos of like in recent years, to be fair.
Have we?
Yeah.
Of the Jamie Bulger case?
Yeah,
I've definitely
the murder
blanked out.
mystery. A lot of I've put a few of them on before.
I've definitely blanked it out when
I
it's been talking
usually
about the
blank it
details.
out, but yeah, it's disturbing as anything. So next up, let
bring
me.
up my laptop.
Yeah. You're going to see a few that I'm scrolling past, but just
Don't
bear
look
with
at my
me.
shorts.
Bear with me. Don't look at Briggs' shorts. Bear with me. Let me get to the one. So we are going to February the 8th when 2 teenagers were rushed into hospital after a machete attack in the West Midlands. So I'll take you to this one here. So this was reported on the 8th, so 2 days ago, by GBN. Ow.
Sorry about that.
It's all right. Shoving your chair into my arm. See that? Kate said, "I want to see your legs." So
They are freshly shaved.
from the start of the article, a horrific machete attack on a busy West Midlands street left 2 teenagers in hospital. The incident unfolded on Stratford Road in Shirley area of Solihull. I can't pronounce that properly.
No, Solihull.
Is that right?
That's right, yeah.
Solihull. Around
I don't know why you
9
put an
PM
accent on it, but
because I didn't know if I was saying it
she
right
was
or
like,
not. I was going to put Airface, because
Oh.
you've got no room.
you are right. I thought you was panicking.
No.
She's like, why would I panic?
Nothing panic for, love. You're panicking. Weirdo. At around 9 PM on Saturday, February 7th, West Midlands Ambulance Service rushed the 2 boys aged 15 and 14 to hospital following the incident. Officers from West Midlands Police attended the scene and arrested a 14-year-old boy on suspicion of wounding with intent. Manal Naif, who owns the nearby Cleopatra's Kitchen, said the fight began outside his establishment. He told Birmingham Live, "The kids were hanging around by the door. I told them to move out the way so customers could come in. Then 5 young lads in tracksuits and balaclavas arrived. I thought it was just a fight because stuff was being broken outside and I went to move out the way. Then I saw they were chopping them with machetes and locked the door. I didn't want anyone else to get hurt. One boy was badly hurt with a cut to his head and suffered another nasty cut to his arm. The other had a really bad cut on his nose and was covered in blood. The boys managed to get up and collapsed outside Bossmart. I think it's because of the blood."
Not the machete.
Not the machete.
Not much. It's not
Mr.
funny.
Al Naif added the road had become so dangerous over the last 12 months he was considering relocating his business. He said, "If this incident happens again, I will have to relocate. Shirley has gotten more dangerous over the past year. I don't understand with the new generation." Another nearby local added, "I don't know what the world is coming to." A staff member said, "I don't understand the new generation. It's terrifying."
It does sound gang related. That's
Yeah.
doesn't it? You're right.
The police said, "We understand the concern in the community following this serious incident. We will have extra officers in the area tonight and in the coming days to offer reassurance. We have arrested a 14-year-old boy on suspicion of attempted murder and he remains in custody as we continue with our inquiries." So that's that. If there's anyone from Birmingham that did see that and you do have any more information,
Katie's
you
got
go.
a point. It's like, why is that one made Denise and
yeah.
what was that one?
Yeah, it's mad, but it's one of them.
It's like they pick up stories when it's useful to them,
Yeah.
something like that,
Yeah,
rather than just reporting it as it happens.
it's like what I mentioned in the other live, even about the Rate Gang inquiry. People like the only mainstream media to pick it up was GBN News, but they picked it up how many days late? Do you know what I mean?
Was
They
a
picked
bit
it up
late, yeah.
after there was complaints about mainstream not picking up the story. They knew when it was happening. They should have been on it from day one. So as much as, don't get me wrong, I do like a lot of the work from GBN, but they're still mainstream, run by Ofcom and governmental
I suppose they have to. don't
policies. You know what I mean? It's a bit shite. The video on the incident is on X. It's too much for YouTube. I can't put that on YouTube.
So was that the thing we're talking about, the terrorist attack? The thing that they were calling a terrorist attack? Or is this a different one?
No, this is a different one.
Sorry, I was out of the room.
Yeah, this is a different one. This is
Sorry, it sounded like the same thing.
no
Just a stabbing.
machete attack and then a stabbing.
It's just funny though, because like Katie's saying, there's like there's stabbings every single day.
I know, and they pick and choose which ones to pick up. But that's what's happened on February the 8th. I'll have a quick catch up with the chat. It was 40, it was outside all day. London and Birmingham, worst place in history for knife crime. And there's a pattern. You just cannot put my finger on it though.
It's a mystery.
It's it's that, innit? It's all that. Latex and Crocs with targeted advertisements. Is that the ad that just came up? Do you buzz it? What was it? Latex and Crocs? What?
I mean, I got an advert to send aid to Gaza before, so I don't think I don't think the advertisers are really good on picking the mark, to be honest.
I don't. You know it's bad when you're getting the daily terrorist attacks mixed up.
Well, that's yeah. It's like, which attack was that? Because it sounds exactly like the last one.
Yeah. Timo adverts. Oh, stop it. That's hilarious.
Where's the Timo advert? I fucking love Timo.
We can't see it. It's been a gone, love.
Oh.
It was on Dear Buzzes. Not everyone gets the same ads, and some people don't get ads like Katie.
Because Katie's my hero.
Big up Rob Brass, my hero. Right. Next story.
Let's go. Well, we can't do all of them because we need to save some for the breaks. Because we're doing the inquiry.
Oh, yeah. Well, I can do these two.
Do these two. Right, yeah. Oh, she's got them plenty.
I've got plenty. So, before I scroll onto the description, you can see the picture of the face of this person. Now, let's do some chat interaction. Put an M in the chat if you think this is a male. Put a F in the chat if you think this is a female.
I figured to say fail. Male or fail.
May as well be. Just a little bit of audience interaction, guys. M if you reckon this person is male.
Should have made
F
it
if
a
you
poll.
reckon it's female.
No, don't do that.
No, I'm not going to do that. Just a quick little test. Just a quick little see what the chat's saying. Do you know what I mean? This person right here. Katie said F. Truefeeder said M. Buzzy999 said question mark. M, F, M. Oh, we got a couple of Fs. Majority M's. I think M's are winning. Are they? Okay. Well, I can confirm. Hello, David. I can confirm that this is a man. This is a trans M to F. So this is a biological male.
And the whole crowd was shocked.
Okay. Biological male. Transgender rapist Serenity Johnson, formerly David, 34, was convicted at the High Court in Livingston for 5 sexual offences, including horrific sex acts on schoolgirls aged 9 and 11. This biological male preyed on little girls. He has now been found guilty after a trial. And the big question everyone is asking is, will the SNP's insane policy let this monster serve time in a women's prison? So he's been found guilty of horrific essay on underage children. And because of his transgender status and the policies under the SNP in Scotland, this conviction also means that this person may be put into the women's prison.
What's going on?
Thanks to the rules brought in after the Isla Bryson scandal, biological men who claim trans status can be housed in female jails if risk assessments say so. Former prison governor Rona Hotchkiss said the current policy is ambiguous, illogical and wide open to legal change, and that Johnston could easily demand a women's prison spot and politically win. Scotland's messed up right now with this trans stuff. I'm going to put that
Well, it shouldn't be. The law's the law.
I know.
What's the how would you risk assess? Surely, if they're a sex offender, the risk assessment is null and void. They're a sex get with your fellow sex offenders.
Yeah.
In fucking male prison.
She warned, until ministers make it clear that no men will be allowed in women's prisons, there is always going to be risks to female inmates. For Women Scotland is fighting in court to scrap this madness and keep male rapists out of women's jails.
Mental.
The SNP keeps dodging and saying it's case by case, which means female prisoners are the ones left at risk. This is what happens when ideology trumps basic safeguarding. 100% agree with that statement. Little girls already traumatised by a male predator. Now the state might lock him up with vulnerable women. Unacceptable, dangerous and insane. Yeah.
What are they called? Serenity Johnson?
Serenity Johnston.
They chose the name Serenity Johnston and then decided to go and fuck
Formerly David Johnston.
I want to know how they got access to schoolgirls. How did they get access to schoolgirls?
I'll catch up with the chat while you're getting up. I've just been sick. Yeah, Ned, you're not the only one. I think we all have. That's the face of this person.
So the case involved attacks on two sisters aged between 9 and 11 years old. God, I lift her up then. November 2006. Between November 2006 and September 2012, before Johnston transitioned. All right, so they weren't doing the whole thing like that.
No, but now they're
decided
using the
to do
trans
it.
afterwards.
Of course. And then when you have a conversation with one of these trans activists and say there are people doing this, they're like, there's always. So what did that person in Hebden Bridge say? Nonce is gonna nonce.
Yeah.
So we should just leave it then.
Yeah.
There's always going to be paedophiles, so we should just leave them to it. That was the attitude, and it's like, oh my fucking God.
Yeah.
Pardon my language.
Yeah. It is that. Who are these women?
Sentencing's been deferred until March 13th, it says. Of this year? I don't know.
Yeah, so the sentencing would have been March 13th of when that document was put out.
All right, so I don't know.
But the trial's different, so the trial's already happened now.
They were led away from the dock in handcuffs, but they were allowed to carry a small blue handbag, so they still felt feminine. I still carry my little blue handbag. You shouldn't be allowed any privilege or, like, I don't know, I don't even feel like affording you humanity when you're a paedophile. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know we have to, human rights or whatever, but I don't want to do that.
No.
Like, if it's an undeniable blanket, flat out guilty, like, I just don't think you should even be afforded any privilege. I don't think you've got any right to demand which prison you go into.
Yeah, no.
Like, this one's... Even people who are like, this one's closer to my family, though, you don't fucking deserve it. What are you talking about? You're being punished.
Yeah.
You're being punished. You're not you're not going on holiday.
Yeah.
You're not fucking going backpacking for the summer. Like, what are you talking about?
Rob...
What is this shit?
Not Rob Ross, different Rob. I got attacked 3 to 4 weeks ago with a machete to the face and had to be put under for facial surgery for 4.5 hours. There were 6 to 8 of them from 15 to 17 years old were in black wearing balaclavas.
And this is why face covering needs banning as well.
Yeah.
They need to ban face coverings because people are getting away with things like this. I'm really sorry to hear that happen to you, Ross. That's horrible. That's really awful.
Chelmsley Wood and Coventry are close to the location of the incident in the east side of Birmingham, both no-go areas. I am sick. He has the same name as me, David. Oh, David. Oh. Happy 60th birthday, Chris. Well, oh, can you wish happy 60th birthday, Chris? wouldn't want to meet him or her in a dark alleyway.
I don't think they'd like to meet me in a dark alleyway.
Oh, wow. So that was, yes, that's that one. Now.
This is also the huge, sorry, just to go back onto that. This is also the huge problem with self-ID. So I don't understand what we're doing because self-ID isn't legal in this country. So them just saying that they're a woman anyway has no bearing.
No.
They've not been to a doctor. They've not been through any kind of therapy.
No.
They've not been diagnosed with gender dysphoria. Therefore, they're not even trans.
No.
Why are we giving this any sort of credence?
No.
Scottish Parliament sat there going, yeah, but they're vulnerable. Fuck off.
No, it's fucking ridiculous,
Piss
isn't it?
off.
Right, so we're going to leave those updates there for a minute. We're going to get back to them. And we will get on to the rape gang inquiry, so where we left off, which was February the 5th. Again, before we get into it, quick disclaimer, this does contain possibly triggering information, very sensitive information as well. Very detailed, very graphic.
Yeah, that you might find it distressing if you are, if you might find that triggering. So
if you do, please feel free to come back later when we're on a break talking about other stuff. If you do want to stay with us during this, just make sure you look after yourselves. If you need to take a break before we all have a group break together, then please do. And yeah, thank you all. Make sure you're sharing this out. We need to get this out there. People need to see and hear about this inquiry. The same with the first live. They need to see what's going on. It's not being pushed out enough.
It's not being covered, and these stories deserve, as hard as they are to hear, these stories deserve to be heard.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the whole point, really. And
stuff like this is purposely being pushed down. I just want to say as well before we start this, because it's in relation to, so Keir Starmer, funnily enough, the same week that this has started, and it comes a day after Rupert Lowe put out a petition for everybody to be able to freely access historical criminal cases and records publicly, so we can see, you know, who we're dealing with and stuff like that in terms of big cases like with the grooming gang stuff. The Ministry of Defence, on order of Keir Starmer, are now doing a mass deletion of archive cases and historic cases. So getting rid of all evidence, all everything. And that's not just for inquiries like this, that goes for everything across the board. Just in time for all this starting to come out.
Why are we not... No, I'm not going to say that. No, I'm not going to say that. Why are we not mass protesting? Because that's insane, isn't it? Is that true? Is that true to word? That
I will get the thing up now.
This is what I've got this. This is what I've got this for. Oh, she's doing it. Sorry.
Yeah, because I've got on here. So, I did have a look before, but it's searchable databases, historical trend analysis, ability to detect systematic failures, and journalistic access to magistrates' courts. So when you go through freedom of information requests and stuff, Starmer's basically ordered the Ministry of Defence to get rid.
You can't just do that.
Because he's a moron.
You can't just do that.
No. So yeah, we will get into it. Leaving from where we left off. Now, we're doing a bit more of a deeper dive with it this time because there is a lot to go through, but there is also a lot of crossovers to go and check in on each time. So we'll be looking at all the crossovers with Rupert Lowe and Sammy Woodhouse as well, because they are staple figures in this inquiry. So let's get into it. Remember, guys, if you're struggling, step away. So the first... Are you okay? I thought you found something.
No, I was getting ready to listen.
We found something then. Right, so the first one, we are going to mute ourselves. This is a voice testimony. So this is a testimony presented to our inquiry on why the police failed to ask. They knew that it was happening, so let me just mute us.
As a sister, why do you think the police weren't willing to tackle the men?
The police didn't tackle the men because of racial tensions. That is truly what I believe.
So let's extrapolate out what that actually means. What that means is that the police were quite happy. Well, happy is probably the wrong word, but were happy to turn a blind eye to the rape and torture of children for the sake of racial harmony.
That is the only thing that I can come up with as to why they would allow this to happen.
How does that make you feel as a sister of a victim? Survivor?
Absolutely disgusted. Absolutely shocking. Unbelievable. I haven't even got a word for it. They knew what was happening. They helped the perpetrators.
Helped? How did they help?
They let them drive away.
Why do you think the police weren't willing to tackle the men?
The police didn't tackle the men because of
They let
racial
them drive
tensions.
away.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
They let them drive away.
Yeah. So that was the sister of a survivor who gave that statement. A quick big up to Rob Ross. Thank you very much for the 5 gifted memberships. We've got Jay, Dave, Rent a Carpet,
How do you rent a carpet?
Rental Capri, Dennis, Fenry, and Debbie. You have all
Renato.
received. Oh, Renato Caprez.
I was like, how do you rent a carpet? You can't give it back.
You've all been gifted membership by Rob or Ross. So thank you very much,
Come on,
Rob
Rob.
Ross, you legend. And make sure you join our Discord, our members only Discord. Now that you guys have a membership, it will be posted in the chat by one of our mods. Keep an eye on. So yeah, that is a testimony presented via the sister of a survivor. And again, both Sammy and Rupert have posted about that, so we'll just skip to them. Now, February the 6th, as Sammy is stating here, this is day 5 that we're going from of the inquiry, and it will be focused on the social care. So day 5 is focused on the social care aspect. Again, from Rupert Lowe. Inquiry today, we are focusing on the social care. How young girls were already in such vulnerable positions and were failed by the state tasked with their care, with the most horrific consequences. We are hearing again and again how these Muslim gangs preyed on the weakness. They probed and investigated to see which girls had inadequate support networks and were emotionally vulnerable. Sadly, children in care provided a target, and the adults responsible for their care entirely failed in their duties, often deliberately. We have a number of witnesses joining us today who have been through the most awful experiences. We will, of course, keep you updated with how the day progresses. I can confirm, after only seeing a few since he put out this statement, they're horrific. And they get even worse as we go on.
I can say that rings true as well. I mean, even probably Rachel T will agree. They definitely did probe. Like, in my experience, they were definitely checking which kids.
Yeah.
It sounds it's so
They
bad
did
to
it when
say.
I was in school even. You'd
They
have
were
them driving
checking
by,
to
checking.
yeah, they were checking to see who was. Because I remember when I told you about what happened when I was younger, and one of the things I said was I wasn't vulnerable enough for them to do anything.
Yeah.
But there was someone else who was, sort of thing.
And they took advantage of that person.
Yeah, but if I'd have been more vulnerable, I might have fell for the all the things. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a story for another time.
That's a story
We're
for
not talking
another
about
time.
me today.
Not right now. So this stuff's hard enough as it is, okay? So both statements out from Sammy and Rupert regarding that. So on to the next one.
1 minute.
Yeah.
City Gent BFD, does blue hair mean lefty? No, blue hair doesn't mean lefty, it just means someone's chose to have blue hair. Continue.
That's just a repost. So, right, let me go to them too because they've got a more updated one than this one. Right. From a survivor. I was sexually abused by my stepdad, so I think that's what made me vulnerable because I associated abuse with love, and that's what the rape gangs preyed on. Because I had abuse my whole life from the age of about 1, that's all I'd ever known, and it was by people that were meant to love me. So when these men said they loved me, I associated that with it. That got me that. This is another concerning point as well regarding the inquiry. Let's head over to Rupert and we'll see this as we go along as well. We are being presented with evidence that suggests a number of British girls have been trafficked overseas by their rapists. They are groomed, raped, married and then taken. This has not been widely spoke about, but I am increasingly concerned that countless girls are currently trapped overseas in a foreign country with their rapists. I am going to formally request that the Home Office initiates an official investigation. We are expecting more testimony on this and we will share as much as we can. It is sickening to think, but I believe that this is the current reality for a terrifying number of British girls. So as you can see, we've only just got onto it. It's a lot. It's a lot already. Let's go to the next.
Hey, it's horrible, isn't it?
It's all right.
But even that with the being trafficked overseas, I this isn't to do with this, but there's safeguard like within certain communities and in certain around Manchester where there's certain dense populations of community, let's say. They've got safeguarding in place in school to make sure that some of the girls, when it comes to summertime, don't get sent abroad to be mutilated. And you just think, are we in 2026 in England?
It's mental, innit?
Are we in 2026 in the what's supposed to be one of the greatest countries in the world?
Yeah.
Where we're having to watch out for people being sent abroad so they don't get mutilated. Like how does FGM even exist in this country?
It's ridiculous. It is actually
ridiculous. If that exists, that definitely exists.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where they're being trafficked abroad.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You could argue Shamima Begum, to be honest.
Yeah.
You could make a case for her.
Big up CCD in the chat. How are you doing, sweet? Blind me, it's like the Barbary slave trade all over again.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
Rupert Lowe, I've consulted with our inquiry legal team and targets have been identified for private prosecutions. Alongside that, we are exploring the potential for civil litigation against negligent public officials. We are not just talking, we are aiming for justice. I also want to point out that Rupert Lowe, if you guys are not yet aware, is privately prosecuting every person involved with this when it comes to police, social services, anything like that. And Elon Musk has agreed to fund the whole thing. So any of those cases that he privately prosecutes, Elon Musk is there with it. He said, you know what, yeah, take these motherfuckers down.
Well, I mean, if Keir Starmer gets all those files deleted beforehand.
Yeah.
I thought it was Court Save that had all the files. Not Court Desk. No. I've never even heard of Court Desk.
So, let's go back to this page so we can get on to the next one. So again, from a survivor. They said they wanted to take me back to meet their families. So lucky I didn't have a passport, otherwise I might not be sat here right now. So that's it straight away relates to what he was just saying about the trafficking. That's just a small snippet from a survivor telling you what they wanted to do with her. So this is the lady from yesterday, and she's talking about the MPs that have and haven't campaigned against the grooming gang. So I'll just pop us on mute for a second.
And Keithley, even against his own party, and I have the utmost respect for that man. I had a lot of support from my MP. Well, he's not even my MP. My MP's Naz Shah, so I didn't even go to her. I went to Robbie Moore. He's in Keighley, which is the next constituency over. And I went to him in 2019. I wrote an email to all 80 councillors and all 5 MPs. And Robbie Moore was the only one to reply back to me out of them all. And ever since then, he's spoke up about Bradford and Keighley, even against his own party. And I have the utmost respect for that man. Honestly, I do. I get a little bit emotional because he was one of the first people to properly believe in me. And I've come a long way with his support. I had a lot of...
Hold it in.
Hold it in. Heartbreaking, that, isn't it? It's bloody heartbreaking.
It is, yeah.
Hey, big up Cottony Girl in the chat. How you doing, sweetheart? Welcome in.
You said that's so like your dad.
Did I? I didn't mean to. Right, we'll just catch up now and get Rupert's account up to date with where we're up to, as well as Sammy's, and adding anything else that has not been
Can I ask something as well? So when this inquiry is done, is it going to go on for a few weeks, I imagine?
Yes.
Because there's a lot to go
I imagine so, yeah. Big up, Jen. Welcome to the Lesbian Cartel. I remember it.
What's going to be the outcome? Is it just that we know now? But it's even though...
Well, no, because you're getting all the evidence out there, the witnesses are coming forward, and Rupert Lowe is gathering this evidence and doing this so he can privately prosecute.
But what does privately prosecute and send them to jail, or is that just like suing somebody?
Yeah, it can do. Privately prosecute, especially if it's for stuff over this. I mean, obviously, with our government, he might not do anything, but he's trying. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not saying that. I'm just like wondering, because it's like it's been being spoken about this, hasn't it, since like the early 2000s.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Tommy Robertson should be completely vindicated.
Yeah.
Completely vindicated.
But he never will be, though, unfortunately. But the thing is with this, it's an actual court inquiry. It's the only time that there's been able to be a panel of people and actually sit there and go through it properly like an actual court case type thing. And I guess more so than anything, it's getting the victim stories out there and getting the perpetrators out there that are known so they can be, if they're not already caught, or if they've not died.
I just thought I'd check sort of when it was very first spoke about, and like who first spoke about it. It's not even mentioned Tommy this though. It's like, that's what I know Tommy for. That's pretty much. I don't know anything about the EDL or anything about that sort of stuff. I know him for talking about the grooming gangs. That's all I know him for. But it's saying someone called Anne Cryer in 2002 was the first prominent public figure to break the silence of it, warning of young Asian lads grooming young girls in her constituency. I don't know what her constituency, where she was. Adele Ware, who was a solicitor/researcher, she mentioned it in 2001. She compiled a 10-page mapping exercise of local abuse networks in Rotherham, linking 54 children to a specific group of abusers. So people have been bringing it up.
Bringing it up. Tommy states he's been doing it for around 15 years.
Yeah, no, he definitely has. Yeah.
But you've got to remember as well, because of the reputation that's been slapped
He's been
onto Tommy's head, anyone else that has basically took what Tommy's been doing and claimed it as their own and done their own research has been given they've done that over Tommy.
Well, I guess these might have spoke about it within their I don't know, cabinet or whatever. But I mean, I know Tommy for literally going in and interviewing the fucking,
because he did,
the bastards. That's what I mean.
So. He's like just stealing the praise. They're just stealing the praise, mate.
Just mad, isn't it?
I'm telling you. This is why they call us Nazis, but we don't hurt people, mislead people, experiment on children. Yeah.
I think it's pretty simple to be a decent person, like, do you know what I mean? And this is just like insane levels of sickery.
Anyway, next
But do you not
one.
think the Epstein thing is kind of overshadowing the rape gang inquiry?
100%, that's what it's there for. I mean, as bad as it is, it's there to overshadow it, isn't it? So Tommy's been doing it since 2009.
It's a very amount of time. So yeah, so if these ladies brought it up to their, because like in their in their own capacity, yeah.
Right. So
All women though, so Anne Cryer, Adele Ware, Angie Heel, Jane Senior. There was key exposures by different people, and it's just like
it's purposely been suppressed. It's been suppressed for years, but I think now because of the likes of X and stuff and YouTube at the minute, there's nothing that can be suppressed anymore. That's why Starmer's kicking his knickers off and trying to fucking
delete everything.
Yeah.
How up to his neck do you think he is, isn't it? Okay,
Oh.
Can we get a little poll in the chat? How up to his neck in this kind of?
Hold on, I'll start a poll out now.
Oh, you're doing a poll out there? I was going to ask just for people to do a percentage in the chat.
I won't be able to keep up with knowing what's going on, man. What do you want to ask?
How deep in it is? It's not typed. How up to his neck is Starmer in this? Oh, David's got to go. He's got to get up early for work.
Has it? See you later, David.
Good night,
Sweet.
David. Sorry, get off the nose. Up to the eyes. Knee deep.
Right, it's polling check. Go on.
Passing it.
Tommy carried it on and got jailed. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Basically.
I guess other people got ignored, so they gave it up, maybe.
He's Jimmy Savile deep. Right, anyway, I'm continuing with this. You lot do your poll, whatever. So, the next one from a survivor. Thank you, Rob Ross, for the £5 super chat. Starmer and Labour are up to the fucking eyeballs, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you.
They have to be. They wouldn't be protecting it so much if.
No. So, survivor. The gangs are untouchable. They are because nobody wants to admit that there's a problem, because they don't want to be deemed as racist, and also because it goes higher up and they don't want it to be blown open. And we can see that that's very evident right now. Sammy on here. We'll probably see this as we go along, but we're just keeping up with both of them, all three of them at the same time. Survivor, they said they... Oh, we've seen that one, sorry. My bad, guys. Wrong tab. Rupert Lowe asked, one of the survivors, did the NHS play a part and were you able to talk to them? The survivor stated, I went when I was 13 with chlamydia, and then I got genital herpes, and then I had a miscarriage. And that was all between the ages of 13 and 15. So they knew something was going on. I did go once and I explained to the doctor, because I was like, can you give me some antidepressants or something? And the doctor said, well, I don't think that's a warrant enough to give you those when you're so young. The NHS is complicit. So the NHS can sit there and not bring in any intervention when a child's coming to them with all these sexually transmitted diseases, as well as a miscarriage whilst this person is underage.
Miscarriage, but they're too young to have antidepressants.
And they'll allow it to go on without contacting any type of CPS at this age.
Well,
Literally.
I mean, did they even tell the parents?
Well, it's probably another kid from care.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But you're going to sit there and say you can't have antidepressants because of your age, but we won't tell any type of, authority that, this is happening to you because of your age.
It's mad, isn't it, when there's no one to be accountable for a child. It seems like no one cares.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? No one gives a shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's not my kid, it's not my problem, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So when there's not a parent there to go absolutely apeshit if you harm the child, the people don't look after the kid.
Yeah.
They don't look after the kid. The authorities don't look after him.
No. Do you want to cause cheeky ciggy?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, no, they don't. They really don't.
They really don't give a shit.
And it's
This
like
is what
you
I
said
meant.
on the other live, they literally, you literally said it when we did the first live of this, like they really do not care about our girls.
No.
They do not care one bit. It's so evident and it's so, it's disgusting.
No, and this was normal.
It's
This was
disturbing.
weirdly. This was normal. I can't speak for anyone in the chat, but this was normal when I was a kid as well. Like, we knew about the shops and things like that. We knew about
Where the weirdos were.
we knew where the weirdos were,
Yeah.
and the lads on the estate would deal with it if they ever went to a pint, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And but it was kind of normal. Like, even like, it's like
It
when you
was,
went.
it was made to be normal. It wasn't supposed to be
No, it
normal.
wasn't supposed to be. It wasn't supposed to be. But that was the environment.
Yeah.
And it's like think about like I don't you won't have been, but when you've been like I don't know a different country and there's like what you would call the lucky men.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. I've been abroad.
No, I mean I don't know if you've been to those kind of countries. I don't know.
Only twice though. Once was with her.
There was no lucky men when I took you.
There's lucky men in the UK. I don't need to go to another fucking country.
Yeah, that's true. but you'd walk past them and I'd be like, let's think about this. I'd be like 10 years old.
Yeah.
And they'd look at you and they'd go, "Oh, English girls,
Easy girls.
I'm 10, bitch. I'm 10 years old.
They like 'em young. They like 'em... No, that's not funny. That's not
funny
funny.
at all.
I'm sorry, but I mean,
You got to make some
please bear with us if we're being a bit jokey during it. We're not doing it to insult anyone. It's literally just the way
to not get depressed.
both. It's the way we deal with it.
But yeah, so people know about this kind of thing. It's ridiculous to that like people like leftists and whatnot, or people who don't want to pay racists, just deny these things. You know this.
Yeah. You absolutely know it.
And again, I suppose that particular thing applies strictly to foreigners. So I'm not talking about British people. Gallows humour. So he said it is gallows humour. You have to judge people on their culture sometimes. Do you know what I mean?
You have to, especially if they come over not knowing any type of the same culture of the country they're going into, because they wouldn't have had any experience with another culture. All they know
how many
is
of these
their
rapists have
their
gone,
culture.
"Oh, sorry, I didn't know that rape was even a thing."
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I didn't even know that was a fucking thing. I didn't know that was a problem. This is just my Friday night.
Yeah, it's mad. And the
So,
issue is, it's been normalised, because of how long it's been going on for as well. So like even stuff like when me and Breaks were kids, even Marek had, even stuff like that, even when there was stuff going on at those times, it's been going on for that long. It's been going on for years. And like she said, the difference was when something happened back then, the local lads would deal with it, or the dad of whoever the victim is would deal with it in that sense.
Well, what I will say is, again, a story for another time. The lads always did something, or whoever always did something. But there's always that time when, again, there's the kid that's got no. The kid that's got no support network, the kid that's got no one to run to and say, this has happened to me or whatever, or this has happened to me, that's happened to me, and those are the kids that they go for, innit? The most vulnerable one, with no support network, with no one to fall back on, with no one to turn to, and that's the ones they go for. Unfortunately,
Ponytail's in the chat, but they've retracted the message.
Ponytail, come back.
CCD, they do like little kids that are confused about their gender. Money, it's money, lots of money, absolutely disgusting. It's just all a farce. Right. Next one.
Not seen you for ages, Ponytail. Miss you.
So let's go on to here first. Let's see what we're catching up with. Yeah, again, like I was saying before, mainstream media not reporting, like Rupert Low's saying here, on the main page, one of the things is about a new Gruffalo book and whether olive oil is good for your health, but nothing about the grooming gang and the rape gang inquiry.
It's
mental, it is mental. It is mental, right. It started when I was 13. I was raped by probably about 600 to 700 men over 3 years.
Just think about that number. Just think about that number. Like, that's insane. Think about, it's just insane.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Well, think about this. I couldn't do 700 push-ups right now.
No.
So, do you know what I'm saying? That is insane. And that's a child.
Yeah.
So what kind of human being, what kind of man
Yeah.
could even live with themselves after doing that?
Yeah.
What sort of evil C-nut could even live with themselves after doing something like that?
Yeah.
Wake up and brush their teeth in the morning.
Yeah. It's vile.
Disgusting,
It is
isn't it?
absolutely vile. Hey, Reign of Tea, thank you for the £2 super chat. Thank you, my dear. Milestone.
And what's more disgusting is no, well, that's not more disgusting, but the people covering it up. What kind of people are those? What kind of people are those? And I bet some of them are fucking virtue signalling cunts. Like, they think, oh, well, if we tell anyone, it'll start a civil war in the country. It's like that's like that's more important than children. To be honest with you.
Yeah. It's absolutely, it's horrible. I just want to give a quick shout out and thank you to Katie as well, one of our mods, who is popping in reminders in the chat about the content of the current live. So big up, thank you, Katie, for that. Katie. Appreciate it. Next one again. This one is actually from the early days, but it was put out a bit later. But one of the survivors, as he left the dock to be taken down to custody, I was literally verbally assaulted by his sister, who shouted, "Allahu Akbar." Like, you say not all, do you know what I mean? But then you've got the family members of these people that are doing this, verbally abusing you, shouting something that puts fear into many people's hearts because of what it's been used for before. It's just,
I don't actually even understand that. So
this.
I don't know. I don't even get why the sister would say that. Is she saying that because the fucking guy's been sent, her brother's been sent out?
Yeah.
So is she not
just screaming it in her face?
I don't get it. It doesn't even make sense, does it?
It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
But, right, you know, not to say about the IQ levels and whatnot.
I know. Right, so that is February the 6th. So, again, going into February the 7th, it gets deeper, it gets horrible, it gets horrible. Thank you so far for everyone being here. Thank you to all that have liked and shared the video out there. Remember, we need to get this as far out as possible. People need to see what's happening. There will be a shorter version of the live just regarding the rape gang inquiry put up on my channel tomorrow evening, as the part 1 from the previous live, just so people have got all the information in that one. And I will do the same with this live and put it out in shorter form, just so it's there. It's easier for people to access and see than going through a whole live and sitting through our ramblings as well. So keep an eye out for them so those can get shared out. If you do want to support us, we would appreciate you doing so via Buy Me a Coffee or Super Chats or anything like that on here. We do not actually get monetized for this content because of what it's about. So this is purely to be shared out for information purposes and for awareness purposes. So yeah, let's continue. So this one's a testimony from a whistleblower, a social worker. The social worker has said, the worst people that exist in this situation, apart from the perpetrators of the horrendous abuse, are the, like we were just saying this, the people complicit, are the people that sat in those positions within those authorities that had every opportunity to do something about it and chose not to. And when you do that over several decades, then it results in situations like this. And that's how it has thrived. That's how the culture has, and how it was born, and how it's thrived, how it will continue surviving, and how it will continue. Yeah, not wrong at all. ICP, welcome in, sweet. So, another testimony by this lady. She's called Fiona. We heard a few of her testimonies in the other last live on Friday, so we will pop her on. I'll mute us now, my lovelies.
Where we dumped dead bodies, and there was a gradual increase in the violence, and it was used by all these different types of experiences to then it escalated into showing us videos of them beating people to death until their skulls caved in. I had to clean up after 2 stabbings and hide the men. I was involved in a shootout. I got told this is where we dumped dead bodies, and then 3 days later there was a dead body found there. There was a gradual increase in the violence.
So yeah, it's just fucking horrific, isn't it? It's not even right. As we come to the GB News articles that are being reposted by people after they started looking at the grooming gang thing, just for a quick break in between before we carry on the 7th, GBN News, because they have decided as a mainstream media to pick up and report on the rape gang inquiry, have been mass reported to Ofcom by Muslim and Islamist communities. And I say them separately because it is both different communities are doing it. Specifically because of them talking about the victim statement, the survivor statement, regarding the abuse that was taking place on Eid by these people and their families and friends. They had this is literally one of the Muslim community threads, one of the groups, and they are literally putting out a poster saying action alert, complain to Ofcom about GBN News, and they've been mass reporting them. GB News recently aired a segment where it was claimed that some Pakistani men celebrated Eid by inviting families around to rape white women. Please use this action alert to complain about this outrageous segment to Ofcom, the media regulator. But it's fact.
They've not even said why it's out. They've not even said what the issue is. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
They just asked.
You
just asked that it's been said. You just asked that it's been said.
They've said the word Muslim. Report it.
Honest to God.
Yeah, Junga's right. Prove it's not true.
Yeah.
Prove it's not true.
Yeah. Right, the next one's...
Ponytail's grown up.
Oh, is Ponytail grown up?
He's joined us. He's seen the light.
See the light, Ponytail. Is that why you've decommissioned yourself? You've saw the light.
He's going to be at the next one with us, isn't he, Ponytail?
Right, this one's a bit hefty. Prepare yourselves. Testimony given in the inquiry by a survivor. One of the assaults that actually happened to my friend, she was in the house and she was forced into it by a 24-year-old woman who said, go in the room with him and have sex with him. Go now, go and fucking do it. And I remember her screaming it so loudly. I came running back. I remember her scream so loudly, come running back in, half dressed and saying that she was bleeding and in pain. Survivor. I want the institutions to say, you know what, we hold our hands up, we believe you, and we're sorry. I gave up getting justice a long time ago, but just for it to be recognised and believed, that's all I want. When you're being told that you're a liar for such a long time, you begin to believe that, I suppose. I just want someone to say, do you know what? We messed up. We failed in our duty to protect you. And we're sorry, and we're going to learn from this. That's heartbreaking, that. That's absolutely heartbreaking. Okie dokie. So, statement from Rupert Lowe for this same day of inquiries, and it's a reflection on the first week. So, just a reflection on the first week of inquiry hearings. Firstly, and I'll be entirely honest, it's harder than I thought it would be. I could not adequately describe the evil that these girls have gone through. Rape doesn't do it justice. It's torture, it's abduction, it's war. What strikes me is the consistency of the testimonies. It's the same playbook almost every time. We suspect there is far more coordination than is currently understood. Far more. The same names come up with the same tactics in the same towns. They are organised, more organised than we know. It's almost like a well-drilled army, and it continues today, make no mistake about that. What's so difficult is that the men use both physical and psychological torture to beat these girls into submission. They accept it. They believe it is the right thing for them. That's what makes it so wicked for families. Some have been fortunate escaping or being extracted. But how many haven't? How many remain trapped today, even some overseas? How many girls have been abducted to Pakistan? Where honestly, the thought of their life is too much to even start to comprehend. One woman we spoke to was raped by 600 to 700 men in England. What would be happening to them there? The systematic failures across the police, NHS, social care, local politics, councils, specific and brutal examples of how these officials just did not care, even worse, actively enabled the rape. Of course, the girls held such deep hatred for their rapists, but actually for many, the true anger is aimed at the state. I understand that these were the people tasked to defend them, and they failed in the most brutal way. As I have said, we are identifying targets for private prosecutions and other legal action. This will cover the rapists, accomplices, and public officials who deliberately turn the other way or worse. One message is clear. The Muslim community need to do far more to root these people out. I don't believe the reaction is anywhere near as strong enough. We had one testimony this week of the imam being fully aware of what was happening but did nothing. This comes up again and again. Nobody wants to say it, but it's true. I want to see these so-called community leaders very vocally act. The vast scale of the rape is impossible to comprehend. It was everywhere. It is everywhere. These are just my thoughts, but everything will be put into a comprehensive report by our legal team. It has been a challenging week for the team, and I want to say thank you to everyone involved, particularly the safeguarding team who have worked all hours to ensure the survivors have had the support they need. Everything we are releasing has the full permission of the individuals involved, and we are taking absolutely zero risks with any release. The safety and well-being of the participants is our only priority. To all of our donors who made this possible, and to those who continue to give, it is appreciated, it is well spent, I promise you that. And the survivors who have had to put themselves forward to stop the same fate happening to others, you are doing more good than you will ever know. Yeah. We had a look at that one yesterday. Just seeing that one. Sound. Seen that one. That was that, so we'll head back over here. So Rupert did also write to the Home Secretary amongst this, requesting an official investigation into the overseas trafficking. I'll get up. So next one. Whew. So a survivor. The police didn't do anything last time. I told them that it was essentially forced, and they smirked at me in my own home and left. So, I mean, there was no evidence that they were going to do anything different and that they were actually going to support us. And we see that as well in day-to-day basis, with girls, even with domestic violence, it's very similar.
Even
domestic
small
violence,
things.
yeah, small things, but rape, sexual assaults, sexual harassment, especially with male officers, they just don't seem to believe it.
No, they make you feel like you're lying.
Skeptical, yeah, they make you feel like you're lying. They literally make you feel like you're lying. to the point where sometimes you convince yourself you're lying. It's not pleasant. It's not right. Quick catch up with the chat. How dare they expose our acts? It is that.
That ain't just something that happens to girls as well. That happens to lads. Like even remember Ben when he saying about when he got beat up that time. And police just left him bleeding or whatever. Like.
The government have imported a crime wave of rapists, murderers, etc., etc. Yeah. Just got an advert about grey hair. YouTube is taking the piss. Stop it. These ads proper making you giggle tonight. We've got, what's going on? Are they trying to make you laugh amongst all the horror? I think that's what they're trying to do.
Maybe.
I think YouTube's detected what the live is and has gone, let me give you some giggles in between to lighten up the situation.
Possibly.
Next one.
Next one, then we'll take a little break.
Yes.
I've got something to add. So.
Yeah, no problem. Oh, so next one from a survivor. It was just me and Mohammed. We were walking and he physically stops me and pulls my pants down, digs his fingernails into my bottom and doesn't say anything and just starts laughing and then physically yanks my underwear to the extent that it caused injuries the next day. I just remember as he stopped and he was just laughing at me. He didn't say anything. He just continued to actually laugh. He sounded like a maniac. And this was the thing that really worried me because it wasn't just about sexual pleasure. It was actually about intimidating and the power and the control over anything else. Yeah. And I was just crying as I was walking, thinking, how is this my life? How is this actually happening to me? This feels insane. And he turns around, sees me, laughs a bit and just walks ahead.
Yeah, and it's not just sexual pleasure, is it? That's
no.
Jihad. That's what that described to me just then.
Yeah. So we'll take a little break from that bit. I know Breaks has got some stuff.
It's not a different topic.
About. Let me just get up to date with the ones that are on here. I will also catch up with you guys in the chat properly. Mohammed. Reign of tea, man.
So I know we're all aware at this point that the majority of these particular style of grooming gangs are Pakistani or South Asian origin. And so I was just looking into where the majority of the people who have been caught or sentenced or whatever, and the ones that have gone back, you know, like there's that guy that left the country, seeing where they're from. And so if you look into where these people are actually from or where their families are from, if they're second generation, third generation, whatever, they're usually from Kashmir or Mirpur. And in those regions, obviously, there's a lot of war going on or whatever. India and Pakistan fighting each other over this region, usually the Azad region. But within this region, there is a culture of rape gangs. Although you have to punch Grok in the face to get it to tell you because he doesn't want to tell you for some reason. But it'll basically say, no, there's no rape gangs in Kashmir, but then it'll give you a list of events where there was mass rapes with gangs of men. So it's like, well, there is then, isn't there? But it's trying to place it in the context of the UK one where there's the grooming part of it and all this kind of thing. Within the Kashmir region, what they do is they literally use it as a form of, it's not, you can't even really, I don't know if you can call it jihad, but it's a form of war. It's a tactic of war. They use it to terrorise, intimidate, humiliate. They use it to punish villages. So if a villager's pissed them off, a gang of men will go into those villages and rape all the women there.
Yeah.
And if they're suspected of supporting militant groups or resisting security forces, so if there's a town or a village that doesn't want to do what this militant force says, they'll use rape. They won't kill them all. They'll go in and rape them all instead. And in a way, and then they'll get a lot of them pregnant, and they end up taking over that village. And what do we hear a lot from these abusers in England at the minute? Can I put a baby in you and things like that? I heard it from one of our friends a lot, actually.
Yeah.
And they've done it now, haven't they?
Yeah. Ex-friend.
So this has been recognised by multiple human rights organisations, but it just doesn't get mentioned. Apparently you can't say it's part of their culture, even though it's something that they regularly do as a form of punishment. See, when I was growing up, my mum used to punish me by, she'd smack me with a shoe. she'd chase me and she'd smack my ass with a shoe, with a sandal or something. I would say that was part of my culture.
Yeah. Because
that's what happened when I was younger. When I was naughty, obviously, not just for nothing. It wasn't abuse, I was a little shit. Let's have it right. So I would say that was part of my culture. So to say that this rape culture that they've got going on in Kashmir isn't part of their culture is ridiculous, because we've got people from their culture over here committing those same crimes.
Yeah.
You'd get the slipper if you were naughty. Really. This was not a fucking slipper. It had a heel on it. I'm telling you. I've still got
mate.
I've still got the shoe print on my arse.
Very liquid.
In your glove. Exactly. It's not. We you know, if it's something that's a regular thing and part of your existence, it's part of your culture, isn't it? And right now in the UK, part of our culture is foreign men raping English women, and and that seems to be the culture we're living in at the minute. Like, not to put alarm bells on everyone's heads, but make it that's all it is. But every single day we're seeing more and more and more. Not only has it been happening by the grooming gangs for the last 40... I couldn't even put a number on how many years it's been happening for, because I don't know, actually. It's probably been going on a lot longer than we think, and it's definitely still going on now. It's 100% still going on now. So I guess that was the thing with what I was meant with the question before. What's going to happen at the end of this inquiry? Because it's definitely still happening now, but at the minute we're looking at historic cases. What's the
that's the thing. I think I saw. I might be wrong, but I guess that he said, didn't he, what he wanted to do, like for this case is mainly
what do we
to get
do?
the stories out there and get the perpetrators and the people
absolutely.
who are complicit.
But what do we do about the people that are doing it now?
Shipment.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Deport. Bye. You want to green traffic and rape our kids, but so do I. I don't know. It's not.
I wish it were that simple.
It should be.
And we can't even deal with our own abusers that walk in the streets as we speak. So how on earth have we got even a fighting chance of taking on outsider abusers? You know, I know we literally are at the point of like Iran in the 70s, 78 Iran. As soon as it's just not good, is it? It's just not good. But I just thought that was interesting that most of the rape, like most of the perpetrators, are from a region where gang rape is absolutely rampant. It's used as a form of punishment. It's used as a form of intimidation. It's used to terrorise and punish communities. So doesn't it just track to what these girls are saying, that there was like the racial element to it? This is what white girls are for and all this kind of stuff. It just kind of tracks the same as that. It's like they're like punishing white girls because they I don't
because it's because they're infidels.
Do you think it proper is that? Do you think it's religiously motivated that we're kafar? And that's why they're doing it.
Yeah.
Because that's mental.
But infidels, we are kafar, and people who follow the extremists, especially the people who follow the extremist side of it, would be right on with doing all this. And those gangs, especially when it's normal in their culture, well, perfect. If it's normal in their culture and this is what we're used to, this is how we'll do with kafars.
Yeah, and I know I'm saying it's insane, but it's right in your face and it's hard to accept. And I have to say, like, I can see why a lot of leftists simply don't believe it. It's very hard to get your head around. It's massive. It's a massive big thing that it's like, what? There's gangs that are basically using rape as jihad. To what end, I don't know, but do you know what I mean? It's like,
it shouldn't be surprising if you've read or heard anything about the Quran.
I know
it's not to us, obviously, but
no, but it is surprising to me as well. It's like I've read the Quran as well. It's not here anymore.
Somewhere.
It's somewhere.
Somewhere.
I've read those parts specifically because you need to see them. It's like how we force ourselves to read this and watch this because you have to see it to believe it.
Yeah.
But even when you're reading it, it's like, wow.
Yeah.
It's like, to be honest with you, it's like on Saturday when that woman was shouting dirty white people and all that. It's like, wow, you're really shouting that. And the trouble you could cause shouting something like that.
Yeah.
You don't care.
No.
It's just like, it is hard to get your head around. So I can imagine leftists who have no idea about this kind of side of things, them hearing that, them even hearing the word grooming gang, their minds will switch off immediately because they think it's all lies.
Yeah.
So they just completely switch off to it.
Yeah.
But ignorance isn't an excuse.
No.
You know?
They're all just ignorant. Well, that's the whole point in us doing it, Laura, is because there is people that aren't on X that don't know what's going on with these updates or anything like that, and X is the only platform that will allow these updates. Like, really, do you know what I mean? It's like, we're only just being allowed it, but we have to be demonetised on the video to allow it. Do you know what I mean?
Let me just add a little bit onto that actually as well. So when these gang rapes are happening in Kashmir, there's multiple times it's happened, but scholars from their region describe it as a culture weapon of war to subordinate Kashmiri men and the broader Muslim community in a Hindu majority state. So it's like, it's something they do to it's something they do to literally take over. It's something they do to...
It's a caliphate move.
It's a weapon of war. They don't come in with guns. No. They come in with the dicks out instead, apparently. Who knew that? Honestly, imagine a leftist getting their head around that. You'd just feel like ridiculous. It's impossible.
The poll has ended also.
I think we all knew the answer anyway.
We've got 90% on past the neck and 10% on the...
Who is Ponytail, really? Reveal yourself.
Reveal
it's
yourself.
Not Ponytail for real. I know it's not.
No, it's not. Right.
Don't reveal yourself. But.
Hop on to my bookmarks and pick up a couple of news stories off here just to take the stress off the rape gang stuff for a moment. So we have this gentleman, this lovely sack of rotten potatoes.
Hang him.
Nursery worker found guilty of rape and sexual assault against 5 toddlers. Here's me saying, let's take it to some other news stories to take the heftiness off, and then we run into this. This is the article.
I know. I take back what I said.
Guys.
I don't advocate for that, but no, I do.
So here is the article for this. So this is published by Sky News.
Who even let him near a nursery?
No. This has been published...
My God, sorry.
It's alright, by Sky News on Monday the 9th of February, so yesterday. YouTube chat is broken. Is it broken? It doesn't look broken to us.
It's working now.
Hello, Rob Ross. He said, what the fuck, hello?
Oh, maybe it wasn't working.
Hello, maybe it wasn't. Oh gosh. Anyway, so Sky News reported this as nursery worker found guilty of rape and sexual assault against 5 toddlers. Nathan Bennett, 30, was found guilty at Bristol Crown Court of 2 charges of raping children under 13 and 4 of the sexual assault of a child under 13 and 2 charges of assault of a child under 13 by penetration. A nursery worker in Bristol has been found guilty of multiple counts of rape and sexual assault against 5 toddlers in a case described as every parent's worst nightmare.
Yeah, I got locked out as well just then.
What on earth?
Yeah, on your chat, yeah. What the fuck was that?
I'm not sure.
It's fucking
Still
weird.
isn't working. Most of the mods messages aren't coming through.
Yeah.
I can see. What? I can see us, but I is talking a lot and it is not coming through because.
Well, what mine did was it literally wouldn't let me click in the chat box. It
Oh,
was,
really?
Yeah. It proper locked me out.
What on earth?
Don't know.
Weird. Very weird. I mean, I've not got any. Let me just check on.
It's
this.
nothing you can do. There's something
Just
else
something
happening
weird
there.
going
Yeah.
on there.
Here, look, it's only just let me back on here.
Oh, what on earth?
Very strange.
All right.
I'll
Well,
keep an eye on it.
apologies, guys. Don't look at the shorts.
Oh no, did you see the shorts?
I don't know why that's happening, so I do apologise.
Ever try again? It's not just mods up, it's happening to.
Oh, it's happening to everybody.
Someone doesn't like what we're talking about. That means we carry on talking about it.
It means we carry on talking about it. Guys, if you are unable to talk in the live chat, please feel free to talk in the actual comments box. So if you go to the comments box instead of the live, and I can update that, I can update you and speak to you through that chat.
Well, they can still hear us.
You can still hear us, that's fine. But if you want to send any other messages, you can send them as you go, just in the normal comment section, and I'll read them as if I'm reading the live chat, if it's doing that. Because it should not be doing that. I think it's YouTube having a hissy fix of what we're talking about.
It will be.
I don't think YouTube likes to talk about this either. I will try and change some of the words when I'm speaking.
Just check.
Yeah.
What's on there?
Sonia's gone.
Just checking something.
We're just checking, guys. Apologies. I think it's actually YouTube.
Yeah, but I just thought if it was.
Yeah.
No idea.
Yeah, if your messages aren't coming through on chat, guys, please message in the comments. Speak to each other in the comments if it is difficult on here, and then when you're able to come back on here, speak on here, and I will interact with the comments as well via my phone.
Even that, I'll just wait
sorry.
a few seconds. It will reconnect. I think it's either the rate. It might be the rate of messages that are coming through, but it could also be what we're talking about. So just you don't have to go in the comment. You can go in the comments box, but I would just hold out for a minute and just send your message again if it doesn't come through, because I think it's been.
Something's wrong. So Nathan Bennett was found guilty of 2 charges of raping, see if that works a bit better, a child under 13, 4 for the essay of a child under 13, and 2 charges of assault of a child under 13 by penetration. Bennett from Causton near Bath began working at the Partu King Street nursery in Bristol in 2024 in July. Concerns were raised in February 2025 when the nursery manager Victoria Tutton reviewed CCTV footage showing Bennett putting his hands down the trousers of a child.
Oh my God.
Bennett was immediately sent home. Avon and Somerset police began an investigation which led to Bennett's arrest and the closure of the nursery in the centre of the city. During 4 days of evidence, a jury heard how staff had noted that Bennett would sit children on his lap for lengthy periods of time, wear a pair of trousers with holes in the crotch area, and seemed territorial over certain toddlers and their parents. Why is he being allowed to work and being allowed in the building with a hole in his crotch and his trousers? How is he being allowed to continue entering the building like that?
Are we just foregoing? Don't you have to go through I guess there's no sort of mental health check to work with kids, is there?
No, just DBS. One nursery practitioner described how Bennett had a jealous attachment with 5 children and that he would take control of them. Speaking outside Bristol Crown Court, temporary Detective Inspector Lucy Ford from Avon and Somerset Police said Nathan Bennett was trusted to care for children but committed offences against the very young children at his place of work. An investigation involving such young children was deeply challenging and distressing for all concerned. During the trial, video interviews of two of the children in the case, referred to as Child A and Child E, were played to the jury. Child E's mother also gave evidence, telling the jury her son had demonstrated how he'd been abused at the nursery. I got him to stop doing it. I asked him when did that happen. He said it happened at nursery, she said. The child had identified the abuse was carried out by a man with the watch. The mother told the court they immediately knew who he was talking about, as Bennett wore a smartwatch which Child E really liked. Bennett had previously pleaded guilty to 13 other charges relating to 4 of the 5 victims, who were aged 2 at the time, including charges of SA. Given evidence during the trial, Bennett said he was exposed to a lot of S activity on myself when he was a child. While he accepted that the contact between him and the toddlers was sexual, he denied having an sexual attraction to them.
Why would you do it then? What?
As I stated, I think already, it was emulating what I had experienced as a child, presuming it was to make them happy and feel better.
Did it make you happy and feel better, mate?
Bullshit.
You know it didn't. So what a fucking load of shit.
Utter bullshit.
That is pulling the victim card out the deck, that. Sorry, just because you got abused doesn't give you an excuse to abuse.
Yeah.
Put it back in the deck.
Wow. As stated, I've already read that bit. Prosecutor Virginia Cornwall described the case as every parent's nightmare. He has admitted his sexual interest that the Crown Court says he has in preschool-aged boys, toddlers, essentially 2 and 3 years of age, by his partial guilty pleas to some of the charges in this case. The defendant previously pleaded guilty to 13 other charges, including 8 charges of assault of a child under 13, 4 charges of causing a child under the age of 13 to engage in S activity, and 1 charge of engaging in sexual activity in the presence of a child. And an SPCC spokesperson said Bennett abused his position of trust at the nursery in the most shocking and appalling way imaginable. Child sexual abuse can have a lifelong impact on children and their loved ones, and our thoughts are with all the families caught up in this horrific case. It is vital that they receive the support they need to process what they have experienced and move forward with their lives. Remember this face. How he was allowed to continue working in a nursery when regularly coming in with a holeless crotch pants on. A crotch hole pants on, whatever. And he was still allowed in the building near the children. And we're allowed to sit him on your lap with these trousers on. It just doesn't even... You haven't got words for that, have you? And it's like, look, we've got our fucking own set of absolute wrong-uns. We've got fucking loads of them that we cannot even deal with. How on earth can we deal with these foreign ones as well? Come on. It's fucking disgusting. Honest to God, mate. Oh my God. Pedos everywhere, mate. There's PDF
big up AY. AY's in the chat.
Hey, big up AY, sweet evening. Yeah, I'm sorry, but
I don't...
There's so many ways.
I mean, and this would also tell you that there needs to be extra checks in place for people who do work with children.
Yeah.
Maybe you do need a fucking mental health check.
Yeah.
Because that person does not sound mentally well.
No.
Just even that.
No.
He's not mentally well, obviously.
No.
And that's and being abused yourself
Poorly,
is no
man.
excuse to abuse.
I did it because I thought they'd enjoy it and it'd make them feel better. Are you alright?
Like,
You specky fat bastard.
There's just no way. Do you know what I mean? That person should have been vetted a bit. That there needs to be a bit more vetting when people are working with people working in nurseries. Not just getting children. You know, what is it? The BTEC qualification, and then you can go straight into doing it, no problem whatsoever.
Yeah, fucking why not?
Oh my
Right.
God. I'm sorry guys if the chat is it's locking me out as well, so I don't know if it just doesn't look like what we're talking about or what.
Yeah, guys, I'm sorry about what's happening with the chat tonight. I think YouTube's having a tiffy about us talking about this. This is why my video of the previous one's going to have to be uploaded tomorrow as well, because they had a tiffy about me putting it up today. So they might have just been watching me a little bit in regards to this, because it has been blocking people's comments where there is no blocked words to be had type thing.
Yeah, no one's even swearing. It's like...
So I don't know why it's doing that. So bear with us. As long as you can still hear and see what's going on, that is what matters. YouTube is very unhappy, but it's tough.
It is.
It's tough. This needs to be spoken about, needs to be put out there. So it's absolutely tough caca poo-poo. Right. Continuing on with the rape gang inquiry statements. Make sure you've all got a brew or a drink of water, and you've all eaten, you're all sitting, you're all
I'll
breathing and chilling.
forward this to you for the break as well.
Yeah, sweet, nice one. So another statement from a survivor. This is continuing on to February the 8th. So let me catch up with Sammy's as well. Make sure we're on the right one here. Yep, we're on the right one with Sammy. And Rupert as well. So we'll start off with Rupert. And a statement that I put out on the 8th. We heard from one witness who was called a fucking liar and a lying white bitch by a white woman at her rapist sentencing, who the survivor suspects was groomed herself and married into the family. She screamed at the survivor and said that God will be the witness for what happens to her. This is important. One of the key messages to come out of the inquiry's first week is that the evil continues today, both in terms of rapes, abuse, torture, but also the consequences of what has come before. Women still under the control of these gangs, some overseas we fear, but very, very many still living in Britain. They were physically and psychologically tortured and are now married into these Muslim families with their rapists as their husbands. These women have been broken down with such brutal and systemic torment that this is just their life now. All too many people talk of these gangs as if it's a scandal from the past. It's not. Yeah. It's happening right now all over Britain, which is why the government's failure to properly investigate it at speed is so incredibly evil. Women have managed to escape the control of these gangs, but many have not. It's impossible to say how many. You could not write a horror film like it. It's bad. It's all just so unthinkable, and he's right.
Yeah,
and we're going to be getting into it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. This is what I mean by it's happening right now.
Yeah.
And this is where Ned is right. He says it nearly every video.
Yeah. Where
with the protests for the grooming gangs that have not only in the past, the ones that are happening right now. Yeah. Because it is happening right now.
Yeah. Yeah, AY, I was just saying that before, it is really, really heavily bugging out in the chat right now. It's blocking everyone out of the chat. It's blocking mods out of the chat.
Yeah, it wasn't before, but yeah, and it's just blocking out
with negative words. That's weird. That. Let me just check my settings and make sure nothing's gone weird on my settings. Like, I don't know.
I don't think it's
censoring or something. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, but I'll have a look.
I've got all my comment blocked. I don't have any censorship on me.
I don't usually, but I don't know what else to check other than. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's just YouTube, to be honest with you. Because of what we're talking about, or someone's reported it or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some leftist who doesn't want us speaking about it. Got a few names on my mind, it could be.
Survivor. Testimony from a survivor. At the sentencing, she was sat behind us. So this is the one that Rupert was talking about. At the sentencing, she was sat behind us, directly behind us, in the public gallery. Throughout the whole sentencing, she was constantly saying, fucking liars, lying white bitches. She was a white woman herself, who I imagine may have been groomed and is obviously now married into the family, shouting obscenities at us. She said to me that God will be the witness for what happens to
So
me.
that was the testimony from from the other one.
Yeah. So this is from...
I've seen this guy before.
Yeah. We've seen him on the first live. This is the father of one of the survivors. I'm going to pop this on. This is... Oh, no, I think we've watched this one, actually. I think it's the same one, yeah. I think they've got the same one up. Yeah, they have.
Oh, okay.
They have. So if you've not seen that, it is on the first one, but I will be uploading the shorter, more condensed version onto my channel tomorrow for anyone wanting to search. We're back. D-Buzz is back. Hello, D-Buzzy. Sorry, mods. I'm sorry to everyone in the chat as well, because it's happening to everybody.
It's not us, I can promise you.
I don't know what's happening. I had to turn my VPN on just to talk. Wow.
How weird is that?
Oh, wow.
That's never happened before, has it?
Yeah, I think it is. It's been on the defensive since I tried to put my video up, to be fair.
Oh yeah, it might be because of that.
It's watching me because of that thing.
Yeah, it might just be the AI being really harsh on you.
Yeah. See what I mean? They're suppressing it.
We'll try it.
Wow, trying.
What's
Not happening. Next one. From another survivor. It was actually quite a brutal sexual assault. He dug his fingernails into me, and to me it seemed there was no actual pleasure for him out of that. It was just control, an actual exerting power over someone who's clearly vulnerable and showing, I have you where I want you.
Yeah, that's what all the laughing's about. It's like, it's literally a predator who's caught their prey and they're toying with it like a house cat. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like laughing about it, like scarring the fucking, like laughing about it when they've caught the prey.
Yeah.
Sick fuckers. So that was the lady from the one we read on the other one as well, wasn't it? Where,
possibly, yeah, with the one in the park. It could be a different one.
It could be, yeah.
Could
just
be,
with
they're
the
not
fingernail
stating.
bit. It just sounded the same. But I imagine a lot of them sound...
That's what Rupa was saying before. A lot of them follow the
yeah.
same thing. Can't even say parents. You've got it. We've got the comment through. We can see parents.
What about... Error. I got gang, but Rob types the same thing. How funny is that?
Oh my god.
Rob, I typed the same thing as you. Yours come through, but mine said error.
Wow.
Don't know what's going on.
Yeah, Groovy Gang and Fuck YouTube came up.
Okay, that one went through.
Gang. Next one.
No, I'm leaving the chat for a minute. I'm going to do
She's
this.
leaving it. Yeah, you do that, love. You do that. We're moving on to the next testimony. Again, this is February. Yeah, that's what I showed you before.
Jesus. Oh well. What can you do?
Big up Laura with the £2 super chat. Thank you, sweet. Now I'm being restricted. Government, you know what you are. Everyone's being restricted in the chat. What is going on? Guys, as long as you can still see the video and hear us and see what's going on, that's the important bit.
If it don't let you put your comment through, just literally try again.
Yeah, just try again. But I do apologise, but we're still getting the information out there, and that's what matters.
And if you haven't, whilst it's blocked you out, just remember to like the video, because if someone's reported it, however, it could
give it more positive interaction.
Give it some positive interaction.
And remember to share it out. Again, this isn't for us to earn anything. Our videos regarding this stuff, like I said, we've been having issues with. We don't get monetised on. So this is purely for information
just
purposes.
to push the information out and to get more people aware of it, more people talking about it, more people less afraid to talk about it, because people, you know, I bet you don't hear people talking about it like on the bus when you should be. Everyone should be talking about this. Yeah. This is literally what, to coin Tommy's phrase, I guess this is like the rape of Britain.
Yeah, it literally is.
It literally is. So we need as many people talking about it as we can.
Yeah. Right, next one. Next testimony from the survivor. They said they were going to attack my friend's house, and she had 2 little siblings, and her mum was quite vulnerable as well. So for her, it was a massive thing. Oh my God, I've got to go because this is going to happen if I don't. And it's the type of thing that, well, a child would believe.
Yeah.
but it's probably something that they would have done. They were absolutely insane, and they were known for violence against women. Another testimony from a survivor. It happened in summer of 2017. I was about... Sorry if I was showing something. I was about 14 when I first met the second group of perpetrators. I met them through another friend who was being actively groomed by them, like very severely. The first time we met them was in a park, which is now a massive hotspot for child sexual exploitation. It's happened to hundreds of girls there now. So it's just a park that is developed into a hotspot for predatory behaviour and child sexual exploitation. That's disgusting. I mean, it's all disgusting, but that's disgusting, man. February the 8th, did we see this one? No, we've not seen this one, so we'll play this again for you from Fiona again, who is one of the survivors who has took away her anonymity to be able to come forward regarding this abuse. So I will mute us so you can hear her.
Philippines, and so there was an illegal immigrant that they brought from Blackburn, and he'd come on the back of a lorry, and they were sat there all night calling him Rambo, because apparently he'd gone Rambo on women and children in the Philippines, and he was wanted to be stood on a wall and fired by a firing squad. He was also castrated in Pakistan before he fled to the Philippines for abusing little children there.
So can we break that down a little bit?
Yes.
Pakistani man, castrated for abusing children in Pakistan.
Yes.
Then went to where, sorry?
The Philippines.
And what happened to him in the Philippines? Why was he called Rambo?
Apparently they called him Rambo, and they said he went Rambo on women and children. So the film Rambo
What does that
is...
mean, Rambo, women and children? I'm aware of the film, but it's, I'm not sure Rambo doing anything to women and children.
Yeah, so he went like stabbing, but like
Right.
with one of them Rambo knives, women and children.
So he then came over to this country.
Yeah,
and he was known for that within the community. And what, was he given a house?
He was an illegal immigrant that came on the back of a lorry. I don't think anyone even knew he was in the country. He was staying with relatives of my abusers in Blackburn. And then he travelled over from Blackburn with relatives of my abusers. And they were laughing and talking about the stuff that he'd done. And he actually sexually abused me and a 14-year-old girl that night. Obviously, he couldn't rape us because he didn't have no there, but he tried his best to do everything else he could do, which is one thing that made me realise that this was not a sexual urge from these men. This was more like an in-depth radicalisation and normalisation. It was something they felt they were entitled to rather than a sexual orientation. And so...
Yeah, it's bloody mental, isn't it? You look at your concentration face on the camera. He's so close up to the corner of the camera concentrating. Yeah, it's bloody mental, man. This is all bloody mental. No, it's not Esther, mate. It's Fiona. Fiona Goddard. If you have a VPN connected to a different country, Houston server for PIA is working fine for me. Hello from Houston. So we're so back, USA number one. Everyone's having to use a VPN from the USA. Oh my god. So the spam that's coming into the chat right now, the one.
So that spam's okay, but talking about this isn't okay. Is everyone seeing that spam?
Is that spam coming through? Is everyone seeing
Wow.
that? Wow.
I guess they're on the American VPN as well.
Wow, they must be. They must be. Bruh. Bruh. Okay, so
Champion
talking about
squares.
when we're talking about what we're talking about as well. Do you know what? There you go. That is society for you. That is the ignorance, brutality, and disgustingness of society. Spawn,
Is that
spawn,
someone?
spawn.
Is that someone? Is it pretending to be a girl's profile as well? And oh my god, disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah. Wow. Right, now we are on to February the 9th, so let me catch up with the others for anything that we may have missed that they've popped out on theirs before we get on to February the 9th.
Is that another video?
That's the one we've just watched. One testimony, the girl was threatened that the gang would attack her family's house unless she complied. So we've seen this before. 2 little siblings, vulnerable moment. She felt she had no choice. She was plied with alcohol, drugged and blackmailed. The word rape doesn't go far enough, it's torture. Yeah, I agree with this. It's a statement from Rupert Lowe. Let me just make sure you guys have got it all on screen. People feel uncomfortable reading and watching the testimonies from the inquiry. Good. We should feel uncomfortable. We should feel ashamed that this has even been allowed to happen and that it is still happening. So the evidence is going to keep coming and coming. I make no apologies for that. The British people need to finally understand what has been happening in our towns and cities. Not to one girl, but to hundreds of girls, or even 1,000. We are talking about tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. The scale of the rape is unimaginable. Millions and millions of rapes for decades. It is the rape of Britain. So if the evidence being presented upsets you, then so be it. That's the point. Time and time again, this scandal has gathered momentum with the public and then just fades away. Nothing changes, nothing happens. The rapes continue. We will not let this happen this time. After this last week and hearing about what these women have gone through, I've never felt more determined about anything. YouTube removed my last 2 comments. It's doing it to a lot of people at the minute, so you just need to either try again and give it a minute. Yeah, it's being ridiculous at the minute, so I do apologise.
Would you like some breaking news just to break this up?
Yeah, go on then.
So, I'm not shocked by this actually, but it probably could have been prevented. So the guy who wrote Kidulthood and that sort of series, Noel Clarke, the guy in Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Arrested over an alleged rape. And
Wow.
it's not the first time. So it happened a few years back. He was accused or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it all just disappeared. And then it's been posted again. It's been posted today. So former Doctor Who star Noel Clarke has reported. I mean, I know him from writing movies, but whatever. I guess Doctor Who's bigger than Kidulthood. Noel Clarke has reportedly been arrested over allegations of a historic attempted rape and sexual assault against a woman in her 20s. He's been accused of attempted rape, exposure and sexual assault by touching from a historic incident which occurred in the capital in 2007. But it was also, this is the other one, so he was also said to have been questioned over an alleged voyeurism in relation to a separate woman also in her 20s, which took place in 2013. So he's actually been arrested for it now and questioned by it. But this come up ages ago. I'm sure he raped someone in one of his movies as well. I'm not sure.
Art represents reality.
Art imitates life.
Art imitates life, that's the one.
I've also sent a post from D Bozzy to your
To my ex.
to your ex inbox.
So
Yeah.
let me just save it on here and then I can get it up on screen.
Yeah. I think it was a post about it was in Birmingham.
Got it now. I've saved it. Just give me a second. I'll refresh my saves. We will have a quick goose gander. So this is to
Did you hear that?
here.
My might have been the rain, but it's not like another bang.
Pull the next door.
There's no one who can get in my garden, so that's why.
What?
It was in the garden.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Like the last one.
All right. I thought it was next door, that one. Banging like their back door.
I don't know, maybe I'm paranoid now. Scared it's a ghost. Fucking terrified of ghosts.
So this is something being sent to us by one of our Mont, our fabulous
Thank you for that,
Thank you
Dee-Bozzy.
very much. Thank you. So it is from poster Yossi Ben Yakar, and it is captioned, "Britain is no longer the nation it pretends to be. What happened to 12-year-old Leo Ross on his way home from school in Birmingham isn't just a tragedy, it's a terrifying look into the new reality of the West. A 15-year-old boy has been sentenced to a minimum of 13 years for stabbing Leo in the stomach, but the details coming out of Birmingham Crown Court are what should keep every parent awake at night. The attacker didn't just kill. The court heard he enjoyed hurting people and purposefully targeted the vulnerable. Here are the questions the UK mainstream media and authorities refuse to answer. Why is the identity of a cold-blooded killer shielded while the community is left in the dark? We see the patterns. We see the surge in knife crime. We see the systemic refusal to discuss the cultural and demographic reality behind this shift in violence. Was this attacker a product of a failed integration? Why is a 15-year-old walking the streets with the clinical mindset of a predator when legal reasons prevent the public from knowing who is murdering their children? The state has stopped protecting the innocent and started protecting the guilty. Britain is now at breaking point. How much longer can a society survive when it refuses to name its own threats? X has labelled this graphic content. Let me see if I can watch it on my phone before putting it on there.
I didn't even think of that. I do apologise.
Yeah, I'm not going to reveal it on there just in case it can't be shown. Just give me a second. Oh no, it's GBN, so it'll have anything else blurred out, so that's fine. I'll pop us on mute so you guys can watch.
Leo Ross's life tragically ended on his walk home from school. The 12-year-old was fatally stabbed in the stomach in a random and unprovoked attack in the Hall Green area of Birmingham in January last year. Instead of fleeing, Leo's killer brazenly hung around to talk to police at the murder scene, falsely claiming he had stumbled across Leo lying dead beside the River Cole.
I seen this woman, she was walking down, so I told her to call you guys. Yeah, so I told her to call you guys. Then I went to get some help from different people, and that's all I know about it. He was laying there like that when I got here, and that's all I know about it.
Leo had no connection to his attacker, who was 14 at the time.
The boy responsible has approached Leo and has stabbed him once to the stomach, caused him a catastrophic injury which he couldn't survive. After doing so, he's then discarded the knife that was used. He's thrown it into a river, which is near to the scene where Leo was stabbed, and he's then gone and alerted another person to the attack as if he's just come across it himself, so pretending that he was just an innocent member of the public. And that seems to be his pattern of behaviour, is that he likes to watch the chaos unfold of his own actions and enjoys seeing sort of the consequences of what he's done.
The teenage killer, riding a bike, was also found to have previously hunted down and attacked elderly women in local parkland.
What it demonstrates is someone who has a need to carry out extreme acts of violence. Why he needs to do that, I don't know. Only he can answer that. There is nothing in his history which would suggest that he was capable of doing something of this level. That's not to say he had a perfect childhood. Yes, there were issues there, but nothing which would obviously demonstrate that he was such a danger to the public. This was unprecedented and a completely shocking incident, as were all of the connected incidents. To see this sort of chaos evolve over the 3 days, tragically culminating in Leo's death.
A young life cut short by knife crime. Leo was described by his family as an amazing, sweet and kind-hearted boy who was loved by all that knew him. Flowers left at the scene of the stabbing included similar messages that Leo was loved by many people and how much he is missed. Anna Riley, GB News.
Wow.
That's so awful.
He had some issues in his child, but nothing that had, come up as a red flag for him to kill people, and that he likes harming people and goes after vulnerable people and
I know, it's like what you know about. I bet he was harming animals.
Yeah.
What?
I bet you knew about it and you just didn't do anything.
Yeah, Renegade, you're spot on there. You know what? They're both enabling and protecting.
Yeah.
They're doing it both.
100%.
Because if it comes out that they've enabled it or they've just not been asked,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Then they're the ones in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So they're enabling it and then they're protecting it to save their own asses.
Yep. Hey! Right. Let's get back to it. Remember, guys, take a break where needed for yourselves, as we are dealing with quite heavy topics today in the live. Apologies again if anyone's struggling to get into the chat. It has been advised that you use a VPN, preferably an American set in America, for you to come into the chat, because YouTube isn't liking what we're speaking about, so it is blocking people from the chat, everyone, mods included. So it's not aimed at anyone, it is YouTube being a horrible git.
I know, you know what, I had someone message me the other day saying, going mad at me saying I'd deleted a comment or something. I was like, I fucking haven't, mate. I'm sorry if YouTube deleted a comment, but...
Yeah, I haven't deleted
they're going mad, though. They were like, you're restricting free speech. Like, literally...
Big up Laura with the £2 super chat. It won't let me send a £10 super chat. Wow, so it's not even letting you do anything. Well, don't worry yourselves. I mean, we never expect anything anyway. But if you are wanting to donate,
we've got the Buy Me a Coffee link.
Do it via Buy Me a Coffee, because clearly it's not letting you do anything on here. So the Buy Me a Coffee link is literally in the description of this video. One of the mods will probably put it up in the chat as well. But if you do want, if they can, yeah, bloody hell. But if you do want to donate anything, instead of doing it via Super Chat, do it via Buy Me a Coffee for the night. Because clearly YouTube's having issues.
Yeah.
Again, not expected, not needed, but if that's what you'd like to do,
if you'd like to
we'd super appreciate
is what
it.
she's trying to say.
Yeah. YouTube's a lefty, yeah.
Yeah.
Shadow banned. I don't even think it's shadow ban, like, it's literally like everyone's getting blocked from, I think we've got about 82 in. And everyone's just being blocked from typing. Just make sure, I know you can still hear and see us, so the information is still being spread out and getting to you guys. So just make sure to like it up and share it out so we can continue to raise awareness for the Rape Gang Inquiry and push it out there to as many people as possible, please and thank you.
Yes, pick up Hooli TV in the chat.
Yes, Hooli. Yeah, no, it's having an absolute episode today. It's literally locking my mods out of the chat and everything for no reason.
Yeah, it's because of what I think it's because of what we're talking about.
Yeah,
but
so do I.
It is what it is. At least it's being talked about.
Exactly. Right, the next one. From a survivor. Let's get straight back to it. I grew up in a middle-class house with two parents that had been married for a considerable time, and I think that's quite important because most of the time the idea is that grooming gang victims are in care, or they are runaways, or they're from generally lower class backgrounds. And I have to say this just to defeat the presumption that it's only a vulnerable or stereotypically vulnerable girl that can be groomed, because the perpetrators are insidious and they'll target anyone. They will find weakness or vulnerability anywhere.
That's important, actually, because I was even saying that before. I was saying that before, that it seems to be majority vulnerable kids, but yeah, anyone can be manipulated, anyone can be groomed, anyone is susceptible to that kind of thing unless you've been through it before, I suppose, and even then you're still susceptible to it. You have to look out for all the what. Yeah. Kids haven't got a chance.
No, they've
really,
not.
have they? They're not.
No, they've not. It's mental. It's stopping me from commenting. It's doing with everyone. YouTube takes a high percentage when donating. Yeah, it does. But I thought that was just common knowledge anyway. Buy Me a Coffee does take less when people are donating than YouTube does. But
You didn't hear that, eh?
I wasn't listening. No, I was
swear
too
to
busy
God.
talking, so I wasn't
It
listening.
might just be, the fence might have fell over the back. Don't look at my shorts.
Don't look at shorts. Might be next door's back door. Might be opening and closing the back door. She's got the torch. She's gone out with the torch. Is it maybe the wind on the tree or something?
I think it's the fence and the tree.
Alright,
Together,
yeah.
or a dance together.
Yeah, probably. I was going to say it might be because it doesn't sound like the weather's great out there.
No, it is chucking it down.
Yeah,
Proper
yeah.
chucking it down.
Hello from St Helens. Hello, Brownie. Hey, it's doing it on other channels as well. Oh, is it? So is it not just this channel? Hello from Tennessee. Hello, Catherine. Just commented, got blurred straight away. Are they saying they can't see these? No, we can see some of your comments, but there are a lot of comments that are being blocked and restricted from coming through, or people being locked out of the comment box altogether temporarily.
Look at mine just come back in.
Yeah, it's YouTube. It's having a hissy fit. So if your message doesn't come through, just keep trying it.
Coffee.
Oh, yeah, please. Thank you, love.
I'll sort us out.
Cheers, love. Appreciate it.
Don't want your voice getting hoarse. You know what I mean?
Nay. Somebody must have reported what you're discussing on the stream because the title of the video doesn't warrant a shadow ban. So when people are being blocked from commenting, is that part of shadow banning? Is that what you're saying to me?
Maybe. But you did upload a video before and it got basically took down, didn't it?
Yeah.
So it might be that you're being watched because of that.
It might be. It may well be. Just get it shared out, guys. I'm just gonna nip and pop in, you know. I'm just gonna share it out on my own stuff as well, just so it's out there.
I've just shared it on Facebook and stuff.
Sweet. I'm just gonna share it on mine now. Let's do a sharing session together. guys.
Yeah, guys. If every single one of you in the chat shares it once, just see your Facebook.
Yeah, there's 67 of you in. Let's share it out, yeah? Let's get it all shared out and get people in so they know what's going on. Because we need eyes and ears on this inquiry big time. And it'll just give us a little bit of a breather. So I'm going to share mine out now. Big up, guys. Apologies. What we're saying. Just to clarify, Buy Me a Coffee is more beneficial. Yeah, I mean, there is other platforms that are even more beneficial than that, but the majority of them end up giving away my actual private details, like name and stuff like that. So I did used to have PayPal when we started this, but I doxed myself because of it. I doxed myself to about 2 or 3 people, so I was like, yeah, I need to take that down. So Buy Me a Coffee is the more sufficient one that we have, the more beneficial one that we have over YouTube at the minute. Obviously beneficial, especially in moments like this, if people are wanting to support us and can't via Super Chat, because YouTube's an absolute wobblehead. Let me just share this out. Give me a second, my lovelies. Post. I'm warm, mate. I'm sweating.
What are you up to? Are you still sharing it?
Yeah, I'm just sharing it out, don't worry. You're not doing, don't worry. Post, I've also posted out my socials with you want to share the live from my socials instead of straight from YouTube, you're more than welcome to. That's done. Beautiful stuff. Sound. Beautiful, right. 68 in. Boom. Liked, shared and subbed your Legend Brownie. Beautiful stuff. Rumble Wallet, heard you get to keep all the donations. They take nothing. I'll have to look into that, Catherine. I'll have a look into that. It's blocking comments and about protecting ourselves. It's being weird. It is being weird. Excuse me. Openly shout out KRTV because I know it's listening. Internet goes out. Shouts truth out. It goes back on Stranger, isn't it? On another site, it was blocking comments about tonight's football games. What on earth? Why is it just being weird? Yeah, it's the majority of it, like I've just seen Rob Ross's comment there, it seems to be people in the UK that are having an issue with the chat tonight. Wait, your real name is an MKR or cartel? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? YouTube casually blocking free speech. I know. It's an issue, to be quite honest. Oh, my volume went up then. Why did it go up when it was muted on my phone? It wasn't even playing on my phone. Okay. Alright then. Whatever. Whatever's whatever. Right. Let me just scroll these into the same one, see if there's anything that we've missed out on. Yep, so February the 9th, just so we're all aware, is the 6th day of the grooming, the rape gang inquiry hearing. So the February the 9th posts that we will see all are focusing on the NHS and mental health. So the 9th is focused on that.
Good. Every single one of them needs to be held accountable. Every time they saw
10,000%.
Yeah, every time they saw a child that had injuries of a sexual nature, STD, anything like that, and they didn't do anything, they didn't call child services or they didn't bother because they didn't have any parents or whatever, need to be held accountable, prosecuted to the highest degree.
Yeah. So, Rupert Lowe was actually in Parliament talking about this case, so I will pop that video on for you before we continue to read out statements.
Women overseas. As the Minister knows, our independent rape gang inquiry hearings are ongoing, just a short walk from this chamber. Last week, I sat opposite one woman who was raped by between 600 and 700 men. She estimated that 98% were Pakistani Muslims. The evidence we are collecting is brutal. Again and again, we've been told of failed attempts to traffic raped and abused women overseas to Pakistan and elsewhere. Thankfully, those attempts failed. How many did not? Will the Minister agree to urgently review cases of missing girls in target areas and launch a full state investigation into reports of such trafficking?
Justice Secretary. Mr Speaker, the testimony of the victims that the Honourable Gentleman has heard from is absolutely horrifying, and the grooming gang scandal was one of the darkest moments in this country's history. Victims and survivors of these hideous crimes deserve justice, and we will make sure they get it. Our inquiry is a full, statutory, independent inquiry with all of the powers under the Inquiries Act 2005 to deliver justice, and I would urge him and anybody else with any allegations of criminality or evidence of criminality to share that with the police immediately.
I hate her. I hate her. She riles me up.
Yeah, me too. So I'm turning the heat off, it's way too hot in here.
Oh yeah, it is. I'm sweating. I'm absolutely sweating. Yeah, not a fan of her. So let's get on back on here and continue with the February the 9th ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely fine.
So next one from February the 9th. So this was yesterday's. We were given absinthe and vodka like a soft drink to mix, and like a soft drink to mix with. Like literally one of the most strongest alcohols was given to us, and by no mistake it was to exploit us in some of the horrendous ways possible that children could be.
From Rotherham Council, have we seen that?
That's why I was just checking what was after it then before I clicked on it.
Former Rotherham Councillor Kevin Vines speaks to our inquiry about how he believes the rape comes was suppressed for so long. Well, it's like, did you say anything about it? Do you know what I mean?
It might have done, let's find out.
Well, it's to do with votes.
Right.
Solely and utterly to do with the bloc Pakistani Muslim vote. It's to do with votes.
Right.
Solely and utterly to do with the...
Sorry, I thought there was going to be more to it than that.
Yeah, I thought there was more to it than that. And it's like, state the obvious, why don't you?
Yeah. Just seeing that. How long is that? 2 minutes. So, David Greenwood, child abuse solicitor, explains to our inquiry how the justice system continues to fail rape gang survivors. So, I'll let you watch that.
They'll decide. So the women, sorry, they've just been through all that,
yes.
And then they have to have the police in touch with them constantly. It takes another 9 months at the end of an investigation for the CPS to make a decision. On some of the cases, they'll decide not to prosecute, and that can be devastating because sometimes
process and they just they say we haven't got enough evidence.
Well, in a lot of the cases that I've seen, the Crown Prosecutor's Office will authorise charges on some of the people, but not on others. And then, whereas the evidence might not be there sufficiently on one person, the complainant, your client, the woman is adamant that happened. So she feels let down that a person or a number of people are not being charged. So that's a letdown for them. And then they have to be kept up to date, wait a couple of years for the whole thing to come into court.
Yes.
And it just puts their lives on hold.
It's a big proportion of their lives. So let's try and get an average timeline then, from the person coming and maybe come to you and then go to make a complaint, and then you get brought in. But what is the typical timeline? Let's say we have a successful conviction and everything goes well. I mean, from making the first complaint to the conviction.
I would say today, if someone were to go to the police today, they'd be likely to have a trial in about 5 years' time.
And would you say it's fair to say that consumes someone's life over that period? It's something, when you have something like that's hanging over you, it's difficult to get on with other things.
At best, it puts your life on hold. At worst, it can harm your life and the relationships that you have with those around you.
So when you're advising clients, I mean, as a lawyer, I often advise people on the law, but I find myself increasingly advising people to think about life choices, impacts it's going to have. Is it fair to say that sometimes you say, well, look, I understand what has happened to you here. It might not be in your best interest to carry on with this?
Yes, I have done that. Yeah, yeah.
That must be an incredibly difficult conversation to have.
It is. It's really disappointing to have to face that when we should live in a world where perpetrators are brought to justice in time, in good time. So
yeah, sorry about this, guys. We are having issues in the chat. Breaks has just tried replying to multiple of you and has been completely blocked.
It's blocking me.
Replying to you. Let's see if it blocks me.
All I wrote was Sadistic's name, but without adding him, and it blocked me for that.
I'm going to put hello to losers and see if it blocks me. It's my account, you bet.
I blocked you!
It's blocking me from my own chat. I'm not allowed in my own chat. That's the first thing I've posted in there.
It's funny, isn't it?
Right, well, I'm sorry, guys. You're going to have to deal with it to the best that you possibly can because nothing we can do about it.
It could sort itself out. It might just be like that for the rest of this live. We are only going to about 11:30 tonight anyway. But yeah, Jaysh, let's not let YouTube win.
Exactly. Let's continue. Right, on to the next post. So we reviewed a post regarding this picture on Friday, actually. But we didn't have the details from the survivor regarding this person, just that they hadn't been held accountable for their actions. So this is a bit more of a story behind this picture of the victim in the arms of her abuser. So the inquiry panellist said you were 15 at this point of the picture. The survivor said yes. The one in the picture is in the leather jacket. He's the one who took my virginity. Panellist asked how old was he. The survivor said about 13 at the time. She was 15. He was 33, sorry. So he was 33 at the time. She was 15. At the time of this picture being taken. And he's the one who took her virginity. There's one for you.
People are saying they can't even super chat now either.
Guys, if you're unable to super chat and you do want to do some sort of form of super chat, please use Buy Me a Coffee. Do it via Buy Me a Coffee because you're not going to be able to do it on here. It's not allowing it.
Yeah.
Apologies, I'm super sorry.
For some reason, YouTube's having a huge problem with what we're talking about.
I will go on to Buy Me a Coffee so I can respond to you through live. So it's as if you were sending super chat. If you want to do that, no problem.
You know, if you can't super chat or you can't send a super sticker or you can't do any of the fun things we normally do, and you do want to still support us, please just go to the Buy Me a Coffee link in the bottom. YouTube is having a field day censoring this video and censoring the video you tried to put up before as well.
Yeah, surprise, surprise. But we will we'll continue talking to you via it. We'll thank you if they come through on there as well. I think D-Baz has just tried contacting on the mods. We'll power through, D. We'll power through. Don't worry. We'll keep it professional.
Yeah, we'll power through. We've not got long left on the clock anyway.
Regardless, even if we did.
And we will be back as the inquiry unfolds. We'll be back to talk with you guys about more of it then. Anyway, so this is not one of one. This is one of many. So don't worry. We'll be back to normal soon, hopefully.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Next statement, prepare yourselves for this. I'll just quickly scroll off it again for a minute because, again, I just need to put out a little disclosure quickly. If this is too much, please leave the live for a moment and take a break for yourself, mentally, physically, whatever you need to do. It gets a bit deep. Survivor testimony. I remember closing my eyes, and then every now and then I'd peep, and all I can remember is just seeing his face. Like, you know, when someone's like really like trying to force it in. And then after he did, I just remembered being in so much pain and bleeding loads. I was like really, really bleeding. I know there's people in here that don't have X, and that's why they're in here for the updates. But if you do have X, make sure you are following the Rape Gang Inquiry, as well as Rupert Lowe and Sammy Woodhouse, two main figureheads in this. And make sure you're reposting everything. Everyone needs to see this stuff. Survivor, I heard that again. Survivor, he put a cigarette out on the baby's face.
It's just senseless, like horrible, evil violence. Completely senseless.
Yep.
What doesn't serve anything, that, except someone's evil inclinations.
It's wild.
Because there's what reason is there to do that?
There is
to a harmless baby.
There isn't.
Sickos.
It's happening on all channels on YouTube.
Never happened to us
It's
before.
blocking comments.
This has never happened to us before.
It's never happened before. Next.
I can't even comment on my own fucking life.
Let me see where we're up to on these first, because the next ones are now from basically early hours, so same on there. Yeah, so today is the ones that we're on now. So day 7, which is today, the 10th of February 2026. It is the 7th day of the Rape Gang Inquiry hearing, and this inquiry will be focused on education during the morning and in the afternoon on licensing. That's a survivor 14 hours ago. Let me just catch up with Rupert's. Make sure his is all the same thing. Ow. There we go. Yeah, there's a few horrible ones in here, so I'll read this one first and then I'll go to either side. Oh no, that's on that one. So Survivor has said, I even got asked to get married to someone from Pakistan for money. You don't even have to sleep with them if you don't want to, but if you want to be with them, you can, and things like that. It's just a bit mental, isn't it? Things like that. That's this one, another testimony. I didn't want to do it. I went for a cigarette by his window, and one of the men came over to me, hand on my throat, next to the window, going, no, you need to do it, you need to do it. And I thought, I'm going out of this fucking window if I don't do what I'm told. So I did it. It's mental, innit? It's absolutely mental. Let's go over to this one, because I've not seen this yet in that one. So we'll pop on over to this. Another testimony from a survivor. Oh no, we've just seen that one. Sorry, my bad. I was told by a female gang member to gain more weight. She said Somali men like big women and I need to eat more, and was trying to feed me. So there's even weird stuff like this is taking place where, dependent on what the man likes, you're going to fatten them up for the man. So it's
the first time I've heard Somali men being mentioned.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Rupert Lowe actually puts a statement out after this coming out regarding the fact that there are Somalis involved within this.
Okay.
So yes.
I want to hear that, and then I know where I'm looking next.
So let me head over to Rupert for that. Bear with me. Yeah, I'll find that. I will find that. Let me keep going through the stuff and then I'll find it. Because I keep up to where I am on here. But yeah, so there is the Somali community are involved as well.
Well, maybe not the Somali community, but
well,
the Somali
from what
gangs,
I remember from this post,
I-
yeah,
I-
Somali gangs.
Yeah, that's what I'd probably call it at the minute since I don't know more about it.
Yeah. Excuse me. There we go. So it was, they've stated it as well. Somalians were involved in the rape
Right.
gangs. A statement from a rape gang survivor. Hey, I went to the flat expecting a house party. Instead, I was met with a cream flat that smelled very nice, very calm environment. The pictures, there were, sorry, let me start again. I went into the flat expecting a house party. Instead, I was met with a cream flat that smelled very nice and very calm environment. Pictures of children, a child, a little girl on the wall, and 6 Somali men in the lounge sitting around a coffee table chewing something. Survivor's testimony 10 hours ago. When I was 15, they trafficked me to Birmingham. I walked into the bathroom in the flat and there was a dead girl in the bath.
Oh my God.
Told you it doesn't get any better. It does not get any better, gang.
What are we doing, honest to God?
Does not get any better. Even Elon Musk has been all over this as well. Next one from a survivor. It is also worth noting that a female gang member would also threaten to tie people up to a lamppost and get them raped by black men whenever she was angry at them, so I stayed silent. I stayed quiet and I thought, I need to figure out this myself. I'm going to stop eating completely, cut all my hair off, really, really short, dyed it neon pink, and I cut myself to shreds. I made myself as ugly as possible. How fucking sad is that? But the only way in that child's mind at the time. And it happens a lot with adults as well that are in certain situations, adult females, women, where they think the only way to get out of it is to make themselves as ugly as possible in hopes that the predator or the perpetrator will no longer be interested enough in them to continue the abuse. Fucking mental, innit?
Yeah, it's really, really bad. Really, really bad.
It's horrible. Have we shared that one yet? No, I've not seen that one, that's why.
We'll call it at 11 because YouTube is making it impossible. It's not even pushing it out on actual YouTube anymore. So we'll have to call it. We've been on for like 2 hours.
Yeah, we'll be nearly done anyway. We're nearly at the end of this lot, I think. Next statement, 8 hours ago, the inquiry panellists said, you said around 100 men. What races were there? The survivor said mainly Pakistani. Panellist asked, were there any white men? Survivor said no. Panellist asked, did they ever speak about religion? Survivor said yeah, loads of times. They used to tell me things about the good angel and the bad angel that I've been kind of possessed. And they've got to punish me to get the badness out of me. That's why they have to rape me and do all this stuff to me to get the badness out of me. I've got to be punished. Yeah, and it was all just that kind of stuff like that. The words they would say to you, you're Gora, like white trash and white skin. big up to everyone who's still in here as well, despite the issues with the live chat at the minute. Thank you very much for being here. And thank you for supporting us and supporting us getting this out on another platform, as well as it being on X. 7 hours ago, testimony from a survivor. It was just getting like more and more non-stop phone calls. Everyone knew who I was. I couldn't walk down the street without cars pulling up and just saying, "Get in now." Panellists asked, "And what would happen when you get into a car?" Survivor: "They'd just take us off to a house wherever, and that's when all the bad stuff would happen." Panellist: "They'd rape you." Survivor: "Yeah, they wouldn't take no for an answer. It was on a daily basis. It was like you'd be in one car and then you'd get a phone call, you'd better come and meet me now. So you'd get out of that one car and then you'd be in the next car. So it was about 10 in one night."
Fucking hell. So basically, honest to God, I'm obviously like a bit emotional about it at the minute, but it just sounds like, on the surface of it, these groups within these communities just using white girls to their own ends.
Yeah.
Not even treating them like human beings.
Yeah.
Treating them like even less than an animal.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even treat a dog like this. You wouldn't treat a cat like this. You wouldn't. Our cultures just don't mesh. If that's your way of living, we don't fit together.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to leave.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the situation. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And again, I'm speaking emotionally about it because we're obviously reading about it, and it's like,
it's
oh my
emotional,
God,
it's horrifying.
But it's like,
anyway,
it's patterned. There's such a pattern to it that you can't say it's not even organised.
Yeah. Next testimony. 7 hours ago, inquiry panellist: "How many different men do you think raped you over that period when you were 16? Survivor: "About 100. Panellist: "When you were 16 years old?" Survivor: "Yeah." Next testimony. Survivor: "I just want it to stop and not happen to any other people, to any other children, and for people to actually act and do something and stop being so scared." That was 4 hours ago. Let me just check this on my phone first, because I don't know if YouTube is going to allow this.
No, we're getting
3 hours ago.
Majorly censored as it is, so.
Yeah, we can show it right. Survivor: "I was beaten black and blue, raped, not only sexually raped with their body parts themselves, but with objects as well. There was an incident, I was taken to hospital, it's not even in my medical records. I was taken to A&E because my vagina was split split open from a glass bottle." I even struggled to read that then. Next testimony. So, rape gang member is like, "Do you want to kiss me?" And I'm like, "No, not really." He's like, "Right, okay, we can get it on." And I was like, "No." I said, "I'm on my period." That was the first thing that came to mind. I wasn't, but that was my first excuse. He's like, "Oh, it's okay, it doesn't matter." So I was like, no, pushing him away. He pulled my legs forward so that I was almost laid, like slouched. And he pushed me back and pulled my pants down and got on top of me and raped me.
I was saying no and I was kicking at the same time. I was 12 years old. This guy, just so I can say this clearly, was taken to trial and caught. He was put on retrial and he walked away and he's now walking the streets. So this person who did this to this girl, still out there walking around. How'd you catch him and then let him go? How'd you catch him, take him to trial,
and let him go?
Retrial, and you're right.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, that was hard.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, you literally, We're nearly done now. Anyway,
I know,
so
you
we'll
catch
come on.
him, I know. You catch him and you just let him go.
Just let him go.
But this is like, what's that lawyer called, that the Muslim lawyer that all the Muslims go to for fucking whatever.
Oh, yeah.
This is...
There's no words, is there?
There's no words for it.
There's literally no words for it.
Is our like judiciary so broken? Well, I mean, look what happened to the Palestine action guys.
Yeah.
We're just letting people off for fucking violent. If someone's done something violent, unless it's in self-defense, you get done, mate. And this is next level. This is unfathomable evil torture that you're letting people off for. Like.
Another one from a survivor. He started ripping my top. I remember he actually tore through my top. He pulled my pants down, almost ripped them as he pulled them off. And he was laid on the seat. He took his pants down, penetrated me, and had sex with me. And then he stopped before ejaculation. He was getting all these ideas in his head, and he picked up a bottle of Jack Daniels, which was now empty. He forced it up inside me. He broke the glass while he was there. At that point, I was about 12, nearly 13.
Why on earth? Like, this isn't normal. It's not normal ways of thinking, this, is it? It is sick torture. Yeah. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Absolutely disgusting. I don't know why this isn't all over the news. Well, actually, we do know why it's all over the news. We've got a fucking pedo government.
Yeah.
Sorry for YouTube censored us anyway, so it doesn't matter. But
YouTube has censored us anyway.
They've censored us anyway, so we might as well say it.
Yeah.
You know, they're literally covering up, not just to cover their own backs, but to cover up for the fact that they're probably fine with that sort of behaviour because they do it too.
Yeah. And now, just to close off, a Met police officer has been charged today with multiple counts of rape, coercive and controlling behaviour. John Doyle, 53, abused his powers, allegedly, over a 12-year period to control and rape already vulnerable people. So that's another one for you before we go. And this one as well, by Tommy, a former Labour councillor and Hope Not Hate organiser caught grooming a child and had helped draft the Online Safety Act.
Of course.
Leron Velleman, 30, was caught by a decoy cop posing as a 13-year-old girl in a Met sting operation. The former Barnet councillor was campaigned with Starmer in 2022, sent naked photos to the decoy officer and asked whether she was at home alone and wanted to see her in her school uniform.
Wow. I know, yeah, Rob. Hope Not Hate. I mean, this is funny, because I was going to touch on this in one of my next videos, because people often are asking why we go and counter the Palestine demos. I don't go and counter the Palestine demos. I'm going to see the members of these organisations because they cover up for each other. At least you can say, for whatever the right side is, that they call out everybody. That's something I have noticed. They will call out everybody. On the left, they do what the Muslim community does for the grooming gangs. They lock down, tighten up, and they protect each other. At least Antifa called out Socialist Worker Party
and Stand Up to Racism.
And Stand Up to Racism for them covering their historic rapes up. At least they did that. They chose to do it at a time convenient, though, mind, because it's been they knew about it for like 10 years.
They knew about it for ages. The police used Hope Not Hate to consult on extremism yesterday.
Yeah. They consult pedos to... I mean, no, this is the thing, this is what I meant. No wonder.
And Hope Not Hate absolutely hate me. They absolutely hate me, and that's when you know you're doing something right. When the PDF files and the pervs and the child S offenders hate you, that's when you know you're doing something right.
Yeah. I bet it really pains them that they can't get anything on you.
Yeah.
She's too clean.
Way too clean.
She's way too clean.
Too sparkly. Right, we're going to end it there, guys. It's been a hefty one.
Yeah, it's been heavy.
This
heavy.
Will be continued as the case continues. We were initially thinking of doing like a when we first started covering it, doing a nightly thing, but then it was like, no, it's way too heavy to do that.
We'll have to put it once a week because it's very
100% heavy. And catch up with the week with you. So thank you all for joining. I'm again super sorry about what's been going on with the live chat tonight. We've been heavily censored. YouTube has been heavily awkward with us and with the live chat for you guys because of what we're covering, but that just says it all, doesn't it? Make sure you guys do share this out. Make sure it gets seen by everyone. Everyone needs to see this. They need to keep up to date with this, and people who aren't on X, send them the YouTube video so they can see it via the YouTube video.
And talk to your friends about it. You know, if you're in the pub, you're in the queue at the post office, you're whatever you're doing, just ask your friend. Have you
heard about it?
Have you heard about the inquiry? Because it's not been on the news. You know, spread the word because people do not know about it.
No, they don't.
They think, honest to God, if you say grooming gang in public, it's become almost a conspiratorial term.
Yeah.
People think it's a conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy.
No,
these young girls are absolutely destroyed forever.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It's bad. Their whole lives are destroyed. So make sure you're talking about this. Make sure you're sharing this out. And thank you all for supporting. I know many of you have been wanting to super chat and have been stopped from being able to super chat because of the live chat issues. So if you do want to support us further, you can use the Buy Me a Coffee link in the description to support us instead of the super chat. Buy Me a Coffee also takes less than YouTube does, so it's win-win. But thank you to everyone that has been here and everyone that has been supporting. And we will catch you in the next one. My darlings. I hope you all look after yourselves. Have a lovely evening. Rest up. Get your head down. Watch some nice, lovely, cute videos of some dogs and cats and stuff, and give your brain a breather. Do some doom scrolling for a bit and give your brain a breather because it's been a hefty one.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you all. We love you all. Thank you, mods.
Thank you very much,
put
mods.
the outro on and then we'll bugger off. Bye, guys.
Här kommer de, här kommer svar och hånd. Se Abselberns lavis blådom strau. Strang sin insikt om stenen häset. För from folks, för from hörte kriv. Vi fann till BB'n under isen. Där grivke frä och folkebunden. Susles väktur thaduna glider. Ni efterfick akeage slaipe drev. Reitzen tanto rusandum. Hey!